fought the fight, breaking down the walls in the dead of night. I don't come for peace, I come for the storm. Fanboys melt quick when the truth gets warm. Solve content's high, I'm collecting those tears. Just got started, but I'm cutting through fears. I'm not here for brand deals, I'm not for sale. I expose your lies, rip off the veil. You can cry in the comments, but you won't survive. Like and subscribe if you feel that vibe. We're hot and salty tears, tearing down the walls. Fanboys falling fast, hear the vigilantes calls. No fake reviews, no corporate lies, just truth and fire burning in our eyes. Promise lost in Nintendo's dream, delusional faith blinded by the gleam. Defends every flaw like it's a sacred cause, but his blind devotion's just breaking laws. Player SS brings no honor or pride, throws family shade when he's running to hide. No integrity, just bitterness and spite, but the vigilante's here to set it right. We're hot and salty tears, tearing down the walls. Fanboys falling fast, hear the vigilante's calls. No fake reviews, no corporate lies, just truth and fire burning in our eyes. Cast guys, fake words can't hold the line. Sony fanboys smoke, but his reviews don't shine. Switch for shields, the corporate game, selling hype and spin while we call out the shame. Dark trays and Nintendo fanboys stuck on repeat, says the same old lines like a broken beat. Recycling words, no fresh insight, but we break through the noise and bring the fight. We're hot and salty tears, tearing down the walls. Fanboys falling fast, hear the vigilante's calls. No fake reviews, no corporate lies, just truth and fire burning in our eyes. If you're tired of fake, if you're done with the spin, join the fight, let the real talk begin. We're here for the truth, no need to hide, so make sure to like and subscribe. I'm the angry vigilante here to fight the fight, breaking down the walls in the dead of night. I don't come for peace, I come for the storm. Fanboys melt quick when the truth gets warm. Solve content's high, I'm collecting those tears. Just got started, but I'm cutting through fears. I'm not here for brand deals, I'm not for sale. I expose your lies, rip off the veil. You can cry in the comments, but you won't survive. Like and subscribe if you feel that vibe. We're hot and salty tears, tearing down the walls. Fanboys falling fast, hear the vigilante's calls. No fake reviews, no corporate lies, just truth and fire burning in our eyes. Promise lost in Nintendo's dream, delusional faith blinded by the gleam. Defends every flaw like it's a sacred cause, but his blind devotion's just breaking laws. Player SS brings no honor or pride, throws family shade when he's running to hide. No integrity, just bitterness and spite, but the vigilante's here to set it right. We're hot and salty tears, tearing down the walls. Fanboys falling fast, hear the vigilante's calls. No fake reviews, no corporate lies, just truth and fire burning in our eyes. Cast guys, fake words can't hold the line. Sony fanboys smoke, but his reviews don't shine. Switch for shields, the corporate game, selling hype and spin while we call out the shame. Dark trays and Nintendo fanboys stuck on repeat, says the same old lines like a broken beat. Recycling words, no fresh insight, but we break through the noise and bring the fight. We're hot and salty tears, tearing down the walls. Fanboys falling fast, hear the vigilante's calls. No fake reviews, no corporate lies, just truth and fire burning in our eyes. If you're tired of fake, if you're done with the spin, join the fight, let the real talk begin. We're here for the truth, no need to hide, so make sure to like and subscribe.
Hello, everybody. How is it going? Hold on real quick. Nope, it's not going to do it. Where's the interact part? Damn it, come on. Interact. Wrong one. Interact. Can everybody hear me right? Okay, good. It is pause. Can everybody hear me? Alrighty, we got Railroad Gamer Luna, Pokemon Legends ZA sucks. Well, that's what a lot of people are saying. I'm still waiting for it before I actually can say if it does or not. We got Toonie the Witch Lord. Thank you so much for being a member. Hear the Vigilantes calls. Exactly. Railroad Gamer Luna. Just like modern Nintendo, they suck. Yes, that's true. We got Mario123. Thank you for the Steam sales. I hope we get to see it more often because we need folks out there to see gaming don't have to cost an arm and a leg. Yes, I am thinking about doing that every weekend. And thank you again for being a member, Mario. Switch Addiction. Thank you so much, Switch Addiction, for telling me that my sound is good. That's good. Yeah. Hopefully, I won't have the mess ups that you were having on your live stream. Unfortunately, all night I was having problems. I don't know what was going on. My computer kept logging me out of all my Google accounts. So I had to constantly spend like 3 or 4 times last night just to get everything logged back in. It was ridiculous. There are alternatives out there, fanboys. Yes, there are, Mario. Oh, we got the Gaming Rift. How's it going, man? Vibing. We got Maximus 2400. Yo, Vigilante, bro. Did you get my tweet and my post? I'm sorry, man. I did not yet. Well, I probably was sent to me, but I haven't really been on Twitter enough to look. I'm sorry, man. I will do that after the stream is over with, okay? And thank you for being a member also. We got Steven Rammy. How's it going, Mitt? Thank you so much for being a member, and hello back. Maximus 2400, bro. Did you see that video that was cooking Nintendo and Player Essence was glazing in the comments? Oh, yes. I'm actually going to react to that one today. I had that one set up before Gara was going to react to it, actually, but he beat me to it. I had someone, I forgot what if I saw the profile picture, I could say it was that, but I can't remember the name of the person, but he told me about it. I will definitely watch those videos more often. Thank you so much, Mario. I actually got one coming out today that's just a news video about what's coming out this week. Big news. It's not really a rant, you know, so it's just the gaming news for the week, what new games are coming out this week, and you know, it'll have my vigilante spin on it, you know, with my dark humor. Thanks for trying to, oh, no problem, Switch Addiction, no problem. If you ever need any help, man, don't be afraid to message me on Twitter. I can help you out. Oh, LOL. That's what I tweeted to you. Oh, I didn't realize that's what you tweeted to me. I'm sorry, man. Sadly, not in a good mood. My community hates me, evidently, because they broke the donation goal on my last stream. I don't think that sounds like a hate, but what do you have to do when you meet the goal? That's the question. And now I have to play a horror game with big spiders. And oh, I cannot pronounce the word, but you are scared. Well, Gaming Rip, I do not envy you. You know what? I'm not afraid of spiders, but I'm afraid of snakes, and I do not envy you. Maximus 2400, channel is Botox Games. Oh yeah, don't worry, man. I got it all set up. We got over 2 hours of content to get through. I don't know if I'm going to get through it all today. Railroad Gamer Luna, Kier streamer made online an ID verification nightmare since I went to Europe this month. That's ridiculous. I don't know who that person is, though. New approach to the channel. Well, I'm going to still be doing, Mario, I'm going to still be doing, you know, my rant and everything. Oh, Rammy. What, Rammy, did you join the crew again? I thought you were already part of the crew. Oh, well, thank you, Stephen Rammy.
The Switch 2 has probably...
Oh, we're not doing that one yet. I have not gotten through. Then we got Tony the Witch Lord. I want Nintendo to clean up its act and give us good games again. So do I. So do I. I want a new Xenoblade game. That's what I'm looking forward to. But first up, we are going to react to good old Nintendo. Oh, not Nintendo, sorry. We are going to react to... Where the hell? Where did it go? We are going to react to... Okay, there it goes. We are going to react to NintendoNukem, well, aka Nukem Nintendo, whichever one he wants to go by. Now, he actually made this video of me, Nintendo, Alex and Fratanga, we are all in this video. He came at all of us, and I was shocked. You know what? I'm gonna let him know this right now. You think that I can be bad? Shit, you haven't seen nothing yet until Fratanga and Alex get a hold of this one. Just wait till they find out what you did. But he made this video about me before I even reacted to one of his videos. So I'm gonna watch it and we're gonna see. Now, I did watch it ahead of time because, as we all know, this man loves to tell slurs. This man loves to say slurs left and right. So I had to silence them all. So let's get into it.
The Switch 2 has probably created the biggest Nintendo hating generation of all time.
Nope, not at all. If you want to sit here and say what created it, it was you fanboys created it. And it's not hate though. It's called criticism. Learn the difference, Nuki.
I have never seen.
Oh, I love Fratanga also there, Maximus. Oh, what do we got here? Django Fett. I'm hoping that Prime 4 will be good, but with little marketing that's been given to its yellow. Yeah, I think it'll be good. Now, do I think it will meet the standards of a $70 game? If we go off of that trailer, no.
Seen so many fucking losers, goofballs, and f***its out there make so many stupid ass videos crying about Nintendo.
It's not crying. It's called criticism, Nuki. You just can't tell the difference. I'm going to set this in 1.25 speed because he talks kind of slow. So yeah, but it's not criticism, Nuki. It's criticism, Nuki. It's not hate. You just need to understand it. Oh yeah, Fratanga is legendary. Very true. You know, now you're going to hear a bunch of times when he starts talking, it's going to automatically cut out. It's not like the stream or anything or his quality. I had to silence all of his slurs. He said so many homophobic slurs in this video, and he actually said a racial slur. Okay. And I even called him out for it. He tried to say I was a liar. Now you guys can take, some people try to tell me this isn't a racial slur and some people try to tell me it is. Now I'm not going to repeat it, but in my opinion, I think it's a racial slur. But he sat here, said a word that talks about people that are like Muslim or people from Arabic countries or people from, what's the other one? India. The people that wear turbans, he used that slur against them. It starts with a towel. I'm not going to say the whole thing. You could probably figure it out. But to me, I think that's a racial slur.
Ever. Now, during the Wii U era, it was basically just, haha, Wii U sucks. It ain't selling well. We're going to see Mario and Zelda go to PlayStation consoles and Xbox and all this shit, right? When the Switch came out and was, kicking PlayStation 4's ass, continues to kick the PlayStation 5's ass.
I mean, are you talking about in games or are you talking about in sales? When you sit here and have a console that didn't really have to go, oh wait, you're talking about the PS4, never mind, not the PS5 I was able to say, but when you talk about a system that's cheaper, yeah, it was going to sell well. It was new, it was on the go, but if you're going to compare it to the quality of games, I'm sorry, my guy, but the Switch did not meet up to that. Now they have some great games, don't get me wrong, but at least half of those games were not up to standards.
I mean, a lot of these fucking losers, they were pretty quiet about it. And then, of course, they came up with this stupid narrative.
Exactly, Gaming Rift. A guy who sounds dead behind the eyes is whining about people criticizing Nintendo in a plastic box. Exactly. And yes, Mario, he is coping.
This damage control, this coping narrative that, well, Nintendo is not competing with PlayStation or Xbox.
I mean, not really. I don't even think that Nintendo thinks that they're competing. Nintendo's in their own little world. What are you talking about? If anything, Nintendo's competing with themselves. Even PlayStation says they don't look at Nintendo as a threat.
Doing their own thing, all right?
Torny the Witch Lord. What is this guy on? Probably some really good, expensive stuff that he needs to share.
They're not, you can't, make fun of us, PlayStation, because Nintendo is beating PlayStation. You can't do that. You can't talk shit. You can't laugh at us or anything because, well, technically it doesn't count because
Are you kidding me? Have you not seen us sit here and criticize PlayStation? I know that a lot of people say, oh, I don't ever talk about anything that's not Nintendo. That's not true. I got videos up that don't have anything to do with Nintendo. But people do sit here and talk about PlayStation. Have you not seen Gara tear into Reforge, or Alex tear into Reforge, or Joe from Seattle, or Klutzy? They've all torn into Reforge. Have you not seen Desire tear into Reforge? Horror Hellfire? Oh, trust me, they all tear into Reforge, and he's a huge Sony pony. So that is not even true.
It's a hybrid, you know, it's a hybrid console. It's not a traditional home console. That was their fucking stupid argument. Still their stupid argument, and they're always going to use that talking point anytime.
Well, you guys love to sit here and say, oh, well, you can't expect the same graphics out of a Switch. It's a hybrid. So why do you guys get to say it, and then the rest of the other people cannot? Now, if I sound a little different, I am currently eating. I've had a rough night, so I wasn't able to eat before I do the live stream like I normally do. So just bear with me, please.
You want to troll them and make fun of their asses. But that's kind of funny, though, how the Switch doesn't count, Nintendo's Switch 2 doesn't count, the Wii didn't count, right? So every time Nintendo was kicking PlayStation's ass, well, it didn't count because, you know, X, Y, and Z. But the Nintendo Wii U, which was, you know, Nintendo's biggest failure, one of Nintendo's biggest failures as a home console.
Oh, yes, it was a huge failure. You can consider the Wii if you really want to. The Wii was nothing more than a family kiddie console. You know what, you can fight that as long as you want to, but that's just a fact. That's why when they created the Wii U, they tried to make it seem like it was more for adults than anything.
Somehow that counted. Somehow it was okay to bring up that console when, you know, comparing it to PlayStation, even though many argue that console was like, wasn't even really anything unique or different from the Wii itself.
I mean, can you get on with it already? Goddamn, my guy, we ain't got all damn day. And yes, the Wii U was different than the Wii. Number one, it failed miserably. That's the difference.
Other than the little tablet that, you know, you couldn't even like go more than 10 feet away from your console in order to play it, right? And isn't it funny how that was a very gimmicky and, you know, kind of, you know, it was just a very gimmicky console for the most part, and yes, somehow that counted. Nobody said, well, you know, it doesn't count because it's very gimmicky. You know, the Wii.
Oh, are you just getting all triggered because you can't handle the criticism from your favorite piece of plastic, Nuki? Well, you'll get over it.
The Wii somehow didn't count because it was gimmicky, and that's the only reason it was beating PlayStation 3. But the Wii U.
The Wii didn't really count because no one really took it seriously. That's just something you gotta understand. Yeah, of course it has some good games. Mario Galaxy was on there, Galaxy 2 was on there. But most of those games, the ones that mostly sold, they were family type games. Okay, when people grew up, they didn't want to play the Wii. I didn't really hear too many adults saying, oh my gosh, I want to go play a Wii. No, I heard them say, I want to play a PS3 or I want to play an Xbox. That's what they were saying.
The Wii U apparently did count it. And therefore, it was cool to just, you know, compare their sales to the sales of the PlayStation 4. But of course, then the Switch comes around, and it completely mops the floor with the PlayStation. It mops the floor with the PlayStation 4, and well.
I mean, that's okay. No one really cares but you. And maybe the Sony ponies. You two are the only ones that care. You do understand, most of us, the average gamer, don't really care about this console war BS. That's why we always make fun of you guys. We care about good games. Unlike you, all you care about is a piece of plastic.
Well, that doesn't count, right? Suddenly that doesn't count. So when Nintendo's kicking PlayStation's ass or whatever, it just doesn't count. The handhelds, you know, the handhelds have always fucking dominated, always kicked PlayStation's ass. You know what? Not only do they outsell.
And I don't think anybody really cares like you try to make it out to be, my guy. You act like this is such a huge thing, like, oh, we have to let people. No one cares, dude. All we care about is good games. You're sitting here feeling odd about, oh, well, we whooped. No one cares. Only you fanboys care.
PlayStation's shitty handhelds, like the PSP, PSP Vita, and all that fucking garbage.
Exactly, Gaming Rift, yeah. The Xbox and PS4 had better specs than the Switch. They had better hardware, better graphics. I mean, a lot of it was better. The thing that the Switch had was it had good IPs. That was the reason why people ran out and bought the Switch, was for good IPs.
They outsell a lot of PlayStation's consoles as well. But of course, no, that doesn't count. It's a handheld. Handhelds are always going to sell well. So there's always going to be these, you know, bullshit talk.
Well, there's a difference between a handheld and a home console. Trying to sit here and compare a handheld to a home console. Number one, handhelds are usually cheaper. Not anymore nowadays. Look at that damn Xbox Rogue Ally. They're saying, oh no, this is premium, and people are justifying. I can't believe people are justifying $1,000 handheld PCs. I really can't.
Talking points. But what's funny is, even with these talking points, you got so many of these fucking morons doing their best to tear down the Switch 2 as a console. Now, there's a lot of...
We're not tearing it down. It's called we're spitting facts. You just can't handle it. Now, I will say, I believe, no, even though he calls us the Legion of Losers, I actually feel like this is an honor that I get to be next to for Tanga, Alex, and Nintendo. I truly find it an honor to be next to these great men. Now, I don't think I deserve that honor. I think Joe from Seattle or Klutzy, Gara, Desire, they all deserve to be next to them more than I do because they've been doing this a lot longer. But still, I won't let it go to my head just a little bit that I get to be associated with these great men.
Dumbasses out there right now on YouTube. There's a fucking idiot known as Angry Vigilante Show. I don't think I've listened to not one fucking second of any of his stupid videos. This guy.
Then how do you know if I'm an idiot or not? I mean, literally. See, I'm pretty certain I know what community he comes from. I am pretty positive that he comes from Player Essence community. Because if you notice, out of all the people in the salt mining community, okay, you got Frit, Alex, me, and Nintendo. And us four are the ones that he always talks about. Player Essence always talks, like he'll name Frit. Well, not really Frit. Player Essence is afraid of Frit. I don't know if a lot of people realize that. Player Essence is scared to death to even go up against Frit. Player Essence, whenever someone mentions Frit, he's like, oh no, hush, hush, hush. But he'll throw out Alex. He'll call me the weird robot guy. He'll throw shade at Nintendo. So I'm pretty positive that's where he comes from. Alrighty. We got... It's what they gave me. I'm proud of you getting on that list, my dude. Thank you. You deserve it. Thank you so much, man. Legion of Losers. I find it funny. I actually find the Legion of Loser name kind of funny. See, I don't get all triggered like he would. Nintendo is awesome. Yes, he is. I started listening to him when he told more truth than the shills. That's why a lot of us started listening to him. Of course, I'm pretty certain he watches my videos. He just don't want to admit it. Maximus 2400. I mean, shill, where's the collab with Nintendo? You know, I reached out to Nintendo. I found out on X, if you guys ever try to message him on X, he doesn't have an X. That's a person impersonating him. But I dropped a couple comments on some of his posts or videos, reaching out saying, hey, do you want to collab together sometime? Love your content. I haven't heard back from him. He's probably very busy, you know. So, and then Pretanga, I don't even really know if Pretanga knows that I exist, to be honest, but Maximus 2400. Why? I don't know why. I don't understand the why. I moved from Nintendo to PC since over this. I agree, man. Why is he scared of Frit? I don't know why. Probably he's afraid that he'll get destroyed is the reason why. But no, whenever someone brings him up in his live stream, he's like, oh, no. And he'll try to hush that stuff real quick. I just get that feeling that he's scared to death of Pretanga. Pretanga is hilarious, and yes, he does. The fanboys don't even like Demish, and he often can be positive about some Nintendo games, but he isn't afraid. Oh, exactly. I actually like Demish. Tommy the Witch Lord. If your only response are falsehoods, superficial takes, and personal attacks, there's no hope for you debating field. I agree. This clown calls you guys damn. Yep. Power Mad UK. Hey, AV. Hey, Power Mad. How's it going? Thank you so much for being a member, man.
I constantly kept seeing recommendations from YouTube for some of his videos, and it's basically just negative Nintendo shit. I don't think I ever see him talk crap about PlayStation or anything else. It's primarily Nintendo. So,
well, you notice how he rephrased it. He was like, "Oh, it's primarily Nintendo." My guy, recently, most of everything that's been happening has been Nintendo. And if you don't like that my stuff gets recommended to you, you know, there's this thing that you can click that says do not recommend. You do understand that, right? Trust me, I will not hurt if you do not want to watch my videos. It will not faze me one little bit, my guy. Don't you worry. Because there are plenty of other people that enjoy watching my videos. They're not for everybody. We know they're not for fanboys like you unless you want to get triggered. And I do talk more about than other stuff than Nintendo. Recently, I did a video on Game Pass of Microsoft. I did a video about the massive Steam sale going on last week. So I do videos, trust me.
I don't know what this fucking loser is. A butthurt PlayStation fangirl, butthurt Xbox fangirl.
Well, if anything, if I'm butthurt, I'm a butthurt gamer because I love all games. It don't matter what platform they come from. Whether it's PC, PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, I don't care. I just like to enjoy good games. Unlike you, I don't care about a piece of plastic.
Butthurt Sega fangirl. I mean, there's a lot of these fucking losers. Most of these guys who hide behind a PC gamer label, I'm a PC gamer, or whatever, let's be real. A lot of these
I never once ever said I was a PC gamer, so I don't know what you're referring to on that one. And back during the Sega and Nintendo days, I had a Nintendo. I didn't have a Sega.
These PC are just former, PlayStation fangirls, Xbox fangirls, Sega fangirls, and...
Now, we'll admit, I used to be a Sony pony. I will admit that one. I was a Sony pony back in the day, but once I grew up, I understood.
They're just butthurt that their fucking console, their console of choice, has failed, has lost to Nintendo, and so now they have to hide behind, I'm a PC gamer. We eating good over here at PC, and it's like, okay, so if you're a PC gamer, and all you care about is PC gaming, why the fuck are you so involved in, like, console wars and shit like that?
Well, they're not really involved in the console war. If they are, it's because they hate fanboys like you, and they hate the whole console wars. But one thing you need to understand, especially with Nintendo, Nintendo's the one that's trying to normalize $80 games. And the rest of us do not want that to become the normal, because then the rest of the industry is going to do it also. And we don't want that. I think some people are saying, Demish knows what's going on. Yes, he does. You do call out other consoles out, Power Mad. Yes, I do. Mario. And that was a positive video, Dukem. Yes, it was. LOL, he thinks y'all the Legion of Doom. Oh, yes, he does. See, like I said, I take honor next to them. I don't care if he calls it the Legion of Losers. I find it a great honor being next to those men. Nukem, why won't you join Harmon and drink you run a while playing your trash game? He probably does. He does like Harmon. Chat's going a little too fast, guys, so sorry, I'm trying to keep up. What's the guy's background noise? I think he's driving around, to be honest. Or he's recording in his car, to be honest. This is an honor that you got put on front page, exactly. It's weird. I didn't even know you existed, Angry, till I watched for Tanga and Nintendine, so you're third place to listen to. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Like I said, I enjoy that I'm next to these great men. The trigger list. There you go. The trigger list, Mario. It's why they gave me. I never even heard of this dude until 5 minutes ago when I joined this stream. Well, I had a troll kept requesting me to react to him. I'm going to get 2 games for Christmas. The Sonic Forces and the Sonic Mania, plus the double pack and Sonic Racing Crossroads for my PS4. There you go. Classic Sonic, you two. There you go, man. I hate console wars as much as console fanboys as I agree, so do I.
And what's funny is they'll often talk shit about, oh, you console warriors, all you console, gamers, this and that. It's like, yeah, apparently you fucking losers are more.
In no way have we ever called you a warrior. I promise you, those words never left our mouth.
More involved in this console war shit than actual console gamers. It just goes to
You obviously have never watched Reforged Gaming. Or you've never watched JTech TV, or you've never watched Dreamcast Guy. You have no idea what you're talking about.
Show how fake these guys are. It just goes to show that they were just former, console gamers, but because their console of choice got its ass kicked.
Hey, I will firmly admit, yes, I was a former console gamer. Well, I technically still am. I play on multi-platforms. Alex used to play on consoles. He primarily plays on PC now. For Nintendine, I believe Nintendine is primarily a Switch player. I could be wrong. For Tang, I think I know he's been a PC player for a long time, but I don't know for how long.
They have to just jump on the PC bandwagon like, oh, us PC gamers, we're superior. No, the PC, master race or whatever. Bunch of fucking losers they are, really. But
Oh, we're living rent free in your head. We're so much of a loser that we get to live in your head rent free.
I just find it funny. There's so many of these fucking losers. So I mentioned already, you know, angry vigilante show. You know, he's really just fucking an angry little pissed off vagina is all he is.
I actually found that one kind of funny. The first time I heard that, he did another video where he called me the angry vagina show. I actually found it funny.
You got this other fucking loser, Nintendine, this stupid fucking, his dumb avatar. He's got this like Wario looking avatar. It looks like Wario or whatever, like just a variation of Wario.
Looks cooler than your damn avatar.
And I could just imagine that's what the guy looks like in real life. Just looks like a trashy fucking trailer trash bum. And he kind of has like a very similar voice to Arlo, which is a little bit weird. It would almost seem like maybe this is
I actually agree, that's a little weird, but he says that is not him. Oh boy, this chat's moving fast. Let's see here. I lost my place. I hate console war. Oh wait, I already read that one. Just Sonic Mania, probably Sonic Frontier for me. I love Sonic Frontiers. That was a good game. Toonie the Witch Lord. Speedy French fries. Did someone say Sonic Forces? That's not good. Is it not that good? I thought it was. I listened to you over Frittata and Nintendine. Well, I appreciate it, man. I watch Nintendine and I watch Frittanga also, but I like everybody. He's talking about, or what's he talking about? He's just complaining about us, and he's complaining that we're talking bad about his favorite piece of plastic. That's all it is. Classic Sonic, Andrew Vigilante. I love your gaming reviews on all games. Thank you, man. I try to get them out, but they take a while to get out. Ha ha ha, ah, lol. Oh. Tony the Witch Lord, that's awesome. I was a Nintendo, but that fandom couldn't make me happy enough. I understand, man. This guy's video is speaking for itself. Yes, it is. Nintendine hates it when people call him Arlo. I bet he does. Nintendine is not. No, he is not. We can be Nintendo fan and critic. Exactly.
Arlo's, alter ego over here. There's a lot of people who do shit like that. And Arlo, he's good to listen to. Sometimes he's just a complete moron. And I wouldn't be surprised if, he's just one of these two-faced people who,
Nope. He is a Nintendo fan and got fed up with all the Nintendo bullshit.
Moment he's enthusiastic about Nintendo, and the other moment he's just trying to rip them down and whatnot. And after all, this fucking Nintendine guy, the vast majority of his views come.
I just moved it up to 1.5. Let me know if that's too fast, guys.
From negative Nintendo news, and this guy, he will literally just lie about.
He doesn't lie. You need to stop listening to Player Essence and actually do your own research for once. If you listen to Player Essence, we're all lying. The thing is, and I've said this numerous times, it don't matter who you are. When it comes to the sales data, the only one that knows if the Switch 2 is selling well is Nintendo themselves. None of us know if it's not selling. None of us know if it is selling. Only Nintendo knows if it's selling. You can take all that sales data and you can twist it and manipulate it to fit your narrative. And we all know Player Essence loves to do that.
About things regarding the Nintendo Switch 2. He would lie about the sales, saying that, oh yeah, their sales are dropping. They're no longer outselling the PlayStation 5. And then you actually check the damn numbers and, oh yeah, it's actually outselling the fucking PlayStation 5 by a huge margin.
Maybe you should watch his videos. He says in certain areas. This is what happens when you get all your news from Player Essence, and you have to understand he don't watch all these videos either. He gets a Sparks Note version from his Elite Ninjas.
By like hundreds of thousands of copies on a weekly basis. And in fact, the original Nintendo Switch, even though it went up on price, for the original Nintendo Switch, that is still outpacing the PlayStation 5 in Japan, still outselling it by like 15,000 copies.
Well, yes, you do understand why. Okay, now I don't know about the Switch 1, but you do understand, Nuki, that the Switch 2 is at a significant discount in Japan. You do understand that, right? It wouldn't surprise me if the Switch 1 was also at a discount. Nintendo don't rip off Japan like they do to us.
But this, retarded piece of shit, he just makes these stupid fucking videos, these lies and shit about Nintendo. And seems like the main reason he does it is because he's a stupid ass Nintendo hater, for one, and because he knows it's going to get him a shit ton of views from all of the pathetic, internet dwellers who are they're just in the worst shape right now.
My guy, it's not because of negative that he's getting the views. It's because he's being honest. The Nintendo community is fed up with you fanboys. They're fed up with you toxic positivity people.
They are absolutely depressed and miserable because Nintendo is just dominating, and they know it. They absolutely know it. When the Switch 2 was first revealed, man, did all these stupid assholes come out of the...
Congratulations. Guess what? The Switch 1 still hasn't beaten the PS2 yet. Oh, I know that drives you boys crazy, doesn't it?
Woodwork and make a big deal out of the dumbest shit. All right, first it was all Mario Kart World being priced at $80. Very fucking stupid.
Well, no, it wasn't stupid. That's a huge problem. That game, still not worth it.
Wow, it went from 70 to 80, a $10 increase.
No, it didn't. It went from 60 to 80. The last Mario Kart was at $60. It doesn't matter if it's only a $10. If you allow it, they're just going to continue to raise it up higher and higher.
And you had so many of these fucking clowns acting like they can't feed their kids and their family because, you know, they have to spend an extra $10.
My guy, it's not just one damn game, okay? If you allow it with one game, they're going to do it for the rest. Dewan Davis, there you are, man. I thought you were supposed to be on vacation, man. What are you doing in here? Angry Vigilante. Do not know that. Can you prove it? Can I prove what, man? You know, I talk a lot of stuff, so you got to be way more specific because I don't remember what I said 5 seconds ago half the time. I've seen videos on the Pokemon ZA. What do you guys think of it? I don't think it looks good for $70. I can tell you that much. Oh my God, Pokemon ZA is an eyesore. Yep.
Yeah, let me tell you fucking retard something. Your $10 is not going to be able to get your family much food. All right.
Okay, for one, it's not just one game, okay? If you allow it with that one game, they're going to raise the prices of the others, okay? So it's going to continue to go up and up and up. I bet when, who was it? 2K raised the price from 60 to 70, they were like, oh, well, it's just one game, guys, only one game. And then look where we are now.
It's kind of it shows the low IQ with these fucking idiots to pretend like spending $80 on one video game, all right, just getting that one video game is gonna make it to where they can't feed their family.
Yeah, I don't think it's us being idiots. It's called being smart. It's called being good with our wallets. Unlike you want to sit here and throw away your money left and right. We don't want people to get priced out of this hobby because it's not a luxury like you fanboys like to make it out to be. It's a hobby.
That shit is just beyond fucking stupid to me. Like, how fucking dumb you have to be with finances to make that kind of stupid, you know, conclusion.
What, Dewan Davis about the sales? I sat there and said that you can manipulate the sales to fit your narrative. I said that the only one that knows if the Switch 2 is selling well is Nintendo themselves. How am I supposed to prove something like that? I can't prove a negative, man.
But yeah, this generation so far, it's...
Or are you talking about the PS2 sales? Yes, the PS2 out is the highest selling console of all time. Davis, that's just something you fanboys need to understand. Okay? The PS2 has outsold the Switch. Just accept it.
It's definitely the worst generation for PlayStation. For Xbox fanboys as well. And not to hate on Xbox or anything like that. I know there's probably a lot of guys out there who, you know, are good people who, you know, they just love Xbox because they love to do bro shooter games and whatnot. But, you know, ever since Phil...
You know, I always notice one thing. You ever notice that whenever you hear a Nintendo fanboy complain, they're always complaining about PlayStation. They never ever complain about Xbox. You ever wonder that?
Spencer decided to just, you know, backstab you guys, and the CEO, Sacagadelia, whatever his stupid name is, that piece of shit, ever since they just decided to fucking betray you guys and start putting games on PlayStation.
It wasn't betraying. It helped them out. You do understand if they would have kept those games only on the Xbox, the games wouldn't have sold that much. Xbox would have made far less money. You do understand that. It's not like it would have made a mass influx of people go and buy an Xbox. I don't see how you can understand that. Dewan Davis, Angry Vigilante, prove it. Give me the numbers. There's this magical thing that was invented last night called Google, Davis. All you have to do is look up the highest selling things of all time.
You know, it's
Angry Vigilante. I do not play games. I play with my wife. Congratulations. I play video games and I play with my wife. Is that supposed to mean something here?
It's been terrible for Xbox. The sales are not doing good at all. And I'm getting really sick and tired of idiots out here pretending that going multi-plat, going third party was a wise move. No, it was not.
I mean, it was. The simple fact is, people didn't really want the Xbox. The whole thing that happened with the Xbox One almost destroyed Xbox. It pretty much made it go on a decline. And then you have to understand, through the Xbox One, they weren't coming out with amazing banger exclusives here. And that's not even me, trying to console war or anything. That's just truth. Yeah, they had some good ones, but their exclusives were not doing that good, man.
No, it fucking was not. Stop acting like it was. It was never a wise move. All right? That was always the stupidest fucking decision they've ever made. And it's even more stupid that they put games on PlayStation. When PlayStation, apparently, according to Phil Spencer himself, PlayStation was, money-hatting games, keeping games from going to their system, and yet they're gonna fucking foolish.
PlayStation made a better business decision, sounds like. I mean, I'm not huge on exclusivity, but you can't get mad at PlayStation when Xbox allowed it to happen. Xbox could have been doing the exact same shit. It's not, you can't blame PlayStation because Phil Spencer couldn't compete with PlayStation, all right? That one's on, Xbox's fault. Xbox was the one that chose to do the whole thing about, you have to be connected to the internet for the Xbox One. PlayStation didn't tell them to do that.
Actually, just give PlayStation some of their best games like that. Yeah, let's reward their bad behavior by giving them our games. Let's just be fucking cucks, right? And even...
I mean, it's not cucks. It wasn't like they got it for free. They had to pay for them.
Some Xbox fans will pretend like the multiplayer thing was good. I mean, I'm getting really sick and tired of that kind of dishonesty. Stop lying to yourself. You have to be honest at some point, and you have to just get angry at Xbox for what they're doing. As a Nintendo fanboy, I will get angry at Nintendo when I think they're dropping the ball, when I think they're not doing it good enough.
Yeah, you don't get angry at Nintendo. You're so full of shit. You're perfectly fine with an $80 game. I don't think you'll ever sit here and get angry. This guy is a stubborn idiot. Oh, he's far beyond a stubborn idiot, man. That's being a little too generous.
Enough job of hyping up their console when they're giving us bullshit partner directs, like partner showcases, instead of like a full-blown...
Classic Sonic. I still play PlayStation and Xbox, but I may transfer over to PC, though should I? Hey, it's completely up to you. I'm not one to tell you that PCs is the best. I'm not one to tell you PlayStation. There are pro and cons to PC, just like there are pro and cons to consoles. If you're a physical type person, you want to have the game physically, PC ain't going to be for you, man.
Nintendo Direct that's going to highlight a bunch of cool first-party exclusives. I will call them out on that, and I will rip into them. I'm not going to be like, yeah, Nintendo's winning, yeah. Look at these third-party games that, have already been out for 1 to 2 years, now coming to our console. Like, no, that's fucking stupid. I'm not going to do what fucking Dr. 81 and, other clowns like that are going to do and just pretend to be excited because a fucking third-party game is finally being ported to Nintendo. Just not going to do that, all right? But...
Are you one of those people that don't think any third-party game? Oh, man, you are just... That's why you get called a Harmon Mini-Me or Harmon Jr. You are just like him.
Sadly, a lot of these Xbox, fans, diehards, they will just pretend like Xbox is winning as something, And it's like, look, if you want Xbox to do better, you need to straight up call them out on the bullshit that they're doing. Because they're literally just embarrassing you guys. And then of course, let's just talk about PlayStation. Let's go back to PlayStation. They are down very bad. For the simple fact that, they have no fucking games whatsoever. None.
I mean, for not really having any games, they still sold 80 million units, which that's not a failure. You want to know what was a failure? The Wii U. That was a failure. Even the N64 didn't do good. Neither did the GameCube.
Except third-party games. That's the only thing they have to look forward to. Their exclusives do not sell well at all. They supposedly have sold 80 million consoles. That's kind of hard to believe. 80 million consoles, and yet so many of their video games aren't even selling close to that amount. Their game of the year, Astrobot. That was game of the year for last year, right? You mean to tell me that game was game of the fucking year, and it only sold 2 million copies?
Well, the reason why is because PlayStation is not known for platformers. If that game would have released on the Switch, it would have sold way better than what it did on PlayStation. Just unfortunately, PlayStation now is the third-party console. That's what PlayStation is. They're not known, for their platformer games. They gave up on those. Well, they did kind of make one with Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, but that one didn't do extremely well either. When they did the PS4, they were chasing after those narrative-driven RPG action-adventure games. They gave up on the games that made them popular during the PS3 and the PS2 and the PS1. I think that was a huge failure. And then with during this PS5, they wanted to go on that live service push. And it failed miserably, which I'm glad. We have enough live service games. We didn't need all those ones that they wanted to.
If even that, it probably sold less than that. It's probably just like, it shipped to 2 million, and they only sold a million.
Do you have any facts to back this
people
up?
Actually bought and played a shitty game. But isn't it funny how they supposedly have an install base of 80 million, right? 80 million, yet only like 1 million or 2 million bothered to actually buy the supposed...
Oh, I bet Switch Addiction. I'm telling you, man, that is an amazing game. To me, that is the best 3D platformer of all time. I will tell people this till the day I die. I will die on that hill. Astrobot is the greatest 3D platformer.
Supposedly the supposed game of the year. Yeah, I don't know. That doesn't really add up, does it?
Well,
just doesn't really add up.
Thing that you don't get
Most
paid
of their games,
to think, my guy.
Their exclusives have been selling either 1 million or less. So it's kind of weird. Like, have they really sold 80 million consoles? A lot of people theorizing that they probably have.
Okay, I'm going to look this up real quick. Now, unless he's going to talk about or less, he's probably trying to refer to the new Ghost of Yote game. Where the hell did I put my phone? Where did you guys hide my phone? I found it, guys. I found the phone. Okay. Let's take a look here. Ghost of Yote. Or not Ghost of Yote. Let's look at the PS5. PS5 play exclusives. Units sold. Because unlike Nukem, I actually know how to go look on Google. So, Marvel Spider-Man 2, over 11 million sold. That was as of May 2024. Black Myth Wukong, whether you want to admit it or not, guess what? It didn't go to the other console. It only went to PlayStation. And that one sold 5 million. You had Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. Guess how much that sold? 3.9 million. Stellar Blade, before it went to PC, 2 million. What other game? Demon Souls, 1.8 million. So where are the less than 1 million that you're talking about here? I don't think that you know what you're talking about.
Have 30 million just sitting in a damn warehouse somewhere. Like, it's like 30 million sitting in just multiple warehouses. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. Because you know what? PlayStation does lie a lot about the sales of their consoles. I mean, they just did it with the PlayStation 2. PlayStation 2 for many years now.
I mean, do you have any facts to back that up? The PS2 is the greatest selling console of all time. Do you have any facts? You're the one that says like, oh, they're lying. Guess what? You're the one that needs to prove it. If you have proof to back it up, sure, we'll accept it.
Now was at 155 million consoles sold, and suddenly they see, you know, the Switch catching up to that number, and it's like, oh, we're celebrating, you know.
Okay, now I don't know how much this part is true, but this is coming from Primey himself, so he's coming from one of your own there, Nuki. According to Nintendo Prime, the reason why that was like that was PlayStation always said that they sold over 155 million. They never sat here and said the exact number. And then when the person who was the president or the CEO at the time was stepping down and retiring, he came out and said that they sold over 155 million. PlayStation never gave the exact number and then decided to give the number then. That's just according from Primey. So if you don't like it, go after your own brethren then.
You know, 30 years of PlayStation. Oh, guess what? PlayStation 2 sold 160 million consoles. Get the fuck out of here. You know, we all know PlayStation, they're fucking liars about everything. You know, the sales for their, you know, PlayStation Portal, their VR headsets and all that, they counted those as PlayStation 5 sales as well. So,
do you have any proof to back that up? Because I seriously doubt that they counted the VR as PS5 sales. What next? Are you going to say they counted the PS Portable as PS5 sales? You do understand that that Nintendo counted the Switch Lite as Switch sales. You do understand that, right?
Look, we know they're fucking liars when it comes to how much their consoles sell. And it's so funny how right now, PlayStation fangirls, you know, them, certain Xbox fangirls, not all Xbox fanboys, but, you know, the big time grifters like that piece of shit known as King David on Xbox Frontline, you know, guys like him. There's that fucking stupid ass known as septic sauce or whatever.
That's where he says the racial slur. Like I said, I'm not going to repeat it. It starts with a towel, and then there's a second part to that slur that he says, and it's directed at Muslim people, Arabic people, Indian people, people that wear turbans. I, take it as a racial slur. Some people try to tell me that's not a racial slur. I'll let you guys decide.
I don't know his name, but it's Septic Sauce's YouTube channel, that fucking idiot, that loser. That's a guy right there who was a huge Xbox fanboy then. When Xbox, started putting their games on PlayStation 5, he immediately just jumped on the PC gamer bandwagon. Like, I'm a PC gamer now. It's like, yeah, okay, fucking idiot. And I wouldn't be ripping into that guy if his dumb ass hadn't started talking shit about Nintendo after the review of the Switch 2.
Oh, you just don't like that your favorite piece of plastic is getting criticism. Wah.
And everything that he decided to be just talk shit about Nintendo. So That's my only problem with a lot of some of these Xbox guys, which they're probably not true Xbox fans. They're just grifters. They're just grifters. That's all they are.
Like you.
So don't get mad at me for ripping on them. They don't care about Xbox. They just care about their own stupid YouTube channel, and that's it. But you had those guys, you had those fucking idiots going at Nintendo, stupid ass, quote unquote PC gamers or whatever, are still doing it. Again, and these PC gamers are just fucking defeated losers who were heavily involved in the console wars.
Well, it sounds like you're pretty defeated, my guy. You haven't uploaded a video in a long time. You probably got another strike on your channel. Maybe you should stop saying all the damn racial and homophobic slurs that you like to say.
They lost because their system of choice failed miserably, so now they have to hide behind that PC gamer label. That's how fake a lot of these PC gamers are. Oh, PC gaming is so great that we spend the vast majority of our time just bitching and moaning about Nintendo. It's like, doesn't sound like PC gaming is that great if you have to keep crying.
No, PC gaming is great, but the reason why they're complaining about the whole Nintendo is called criticism, my guy. They don't like how Nintendo is trying to normalize $80 games. No one else is doing that. Only Nintendo is. When it gets to that point, if they ever accomplish normalizing it, then everywhere else across the industry is also going to raise the prices. You need to understand this.
Crying about fucking Nintendo. Maybe it's because you guys don't have access to Nintendo video games. The only thing you sorry ass fucking bitches can do is, illegally emulate their games.
Well, then, so you just acknowledge that they do have access to your games. Sounds like they do.
And, risk having to pay fines later for it. So that's basically what these PC gamers are. They're just stupid ass Nintendo haters who, they know deep down Nintendo is great, their consoles are great, their games are great. But of course,
some of their games are great. Console, not so much. There's a reason why if Nintendo ever did decide to go full third party, their console would fail. The Switch 2 could not hang. That's just a fact there, Nuki.
Pretend that they don't like Nintendo because they are anti-consumer. Now, here's what's so funny about this anti-consumer bullshit. These fucking idiots will say that, Nintendo Switch 2, oh, that's so anti-consumer. But then when the consumers actually decide, hey, you know what? This is a good deal for me. I'm more than happy to buy this console. I'm more than happy to pay $80 for Mario Kart World. Then these same fucking idiots attack the consumers.
No. We don't. You have to understand, we're not going after just the average consumer. We're going after influencers. There is a difference. We ain't attacking the consumer part of them. We're attacking the influencer, if anything. We're not attacking at all. We're criticizing them and holding them accountable, something you can't accept.
So who is it that's really anti-consumer? It's not Nintendo, it's you. Y'all are the ones who go out of your way to start attacking consumers when consumers decide that a certain product and the price of that product is a fair deal for them.
No, we sit here, hold influencers accountable because they influence the person to go and buy these games. Even though you hear Player Essence always saying, oh, buy what you want to buy. I don't influence nobody. Why does he do affiliate links for Nintendo products then? Come on, that's pretty suspicious, Nuki.
So it doesn't sound like Nintendo's the anti-consumer one, does it? When it's the fastest selling console right now. All right? So you got that piece of shit known as, oh no, it's Alex or whatever. This guy, let me just tell you.
Now, when it comes to Alex, the reason why there's a black square on his forehead, he sat there and put a homophobic slur on his forehead. I blocked it out because YouTube don't like that. We all know that. The thing that he has a problem with Alex is, see, this is what I've learned from this guy. After he dropped that racial slur, I just come to terms that he's just a racist and he doesn't like gay people. When you look at the 4 people that were up there on that list, okay, just take one look at them. You got Pratenga, who's Hispanic. You got Nintendine, I believe is Hispanic. Alex, I know is Cuban, but I don't think a lot of people would realize that. But he thinks that Alex is actually bisexual, truly believes that. And then you got me. Now, I am white, but my wife is Asian. So he probably doesn't like that. That's just what I'm getting from this guy.
Tell you something about this disgusting piece of shit. He's apparently an actual bisexual, right? So he's
okay. I don't know his actual love life or anything like that, but I have gone on his live streams. I have watched them. His chat likes to joke on him all the time, say that he takes it from behind. He goes with it. He becomes entertaining for his audience. That's why he makes more money than you ever will, Nuki. I do not think he's actually bisexual.
Cocksucker. And this piece of shit, there's a video out there. I might try to find it and add it here, but there's a video out there where he's on some live chat and he's speaking with other YouTubers, and the guy asks him what was the most funny thing he ever seen in games or something, or on YouTube, things of that nature. I don't know. And he like referenced some stupid fucking video or whatever about some female video game character and how she was getting.
I mean, it might be funny. I don't know. I have never seen it. I mean, so what's your point? Are you gonna sit there and say that you've never watched the P stuff before?
Gang bang, and then there was a giant, penis going around. Like, it was just fucking stupid. It was disgusting. It was perverted, and
he probably was joking around. I don't know if he was or not. I never watched it. Again, what does this have to do with anything?
His dumbass was talking about like, oh, it's funny or some shit, or it's cool or whatever. And the other people were just dead silent and just had that look on their face like, is this guy like just a fucking weirdo or something? Nobody laughed at it except for him.
Yeah, I don't know how much I sit here and believe you, because you reacted to the video I did a debate with, and when Primey started laughing, you're like, oh, he's laughing at you for what you're saying. No, he was actually laughing because of what Player Essence said. Hey, J Biggs, how's it going? So I don't think that you even understand what people are actually doing there, Nuki.
Nobody in the world laughed except for this fucking piece of shit. This fucking gay-looking Ben Affleck fucking type. Anyways, this guy's a fucking piece of shit. Sometimes I'll see his stupid thumbnails pop up in my recommendations, and sometimes he's wearing like fucking headband. It's like a furry headband with like, it has like fox ears on it. This guy's a disgusting piece of shit.
It's meant as a joke. He does it to be entertaining so he can sit here and make money. That's why he does it. See, there's one thing that I'm going to have to tell you, Nuki, and you're not ready for this. It's probably a good thing that you keep getting strikes down, but there's one thing you're not ready for. You want to do our type of content, okay? You want to sit here and do like the salt content where you go after other people. You can't handle it. You got to understand, it takes extremely thick skin to be able to do stuff like this. And fanboys like you can't even handle criticism towards Nintendo. And you want to get into this type of content, my guy, you might want to change course real quick, because you cannot handle what's going to come your way.
And I hope he gets like some disease and just fucking rots in hell. Disgusting piece of shit. So you got that fucking loser. He's constantly making stupid videos about Nintendo being anti-consumer or whatever.
I mean, he doesn't really make that many videos about Nintendo that often, so maybe you should actually watch him and you'll actually learn something.
Then you got Fertango Plays. Fertango himself, this fucking stupid, pot-smoking fucking... He's got this really stupid, annoying voice. He's got this...
He has an awesome voice. You will put some respect on Fertango's name, please. Okay, he has the second greatest avatar on the internet. Mine is number one, of course.
Looking avatar, which I guess is supposed to be a very good picture of what he actually looks like.
No, he looks nothing like that, for one. He did a video where he did a face reveal, and if that was really him flipping the camera off, holding up his plaque, that looks nothing like him. For one, Fertango Plays actually has legs. He doesn't have a stick for legs.
It's like, it looks like a fucking, it just looks like some puny ass pansy fucking scrub who doesn't even have a jawline or whatever, and it looks like he's got like a cigarette.
Well, I promise you, he is not Fertango Plays not no skinny poonsy, whatever you just said, looking person. Okay, that is not what he actually looks like.
He always has like a cigarette just coming out of his mouth, and he just looks like the most pathetic piece of shit. I don't know why that's his avatar, but that's it's very fitting. It's a good representation of what this guy is.
I mean, it's worked for him for almost 10 years. He's soon going to pass your favorite YouTuber, Player Essence. So obviously it works for him. I'm telling you again, Nuki, you better hope that Fertanga and Alex don't find out about this.
Just a complete fucking dweeb loser. This guy has been making hundreds of videos.
We got Desire. How's Desire doing? Hey, Vigilante, you do know that the F slur on the screen is a TOS violation. Oh. Well, it's too late now. It's already been shown F slur. What, are you talking? Well, I didn't show the F slur. I blocked it out with the black rectangle. It covers up his forehead. Even though I should have blacked out the R one right now, but it's too late now, so. Oh, I see what you're saying now. I did not read that part. Well, unfortunately, it's too late.
Talking shit about Nintendo.
Well, I guess I will just skip ahead because I did not realize that. Thank you very much, man. We'll just skip to the next one because I'm getting tired of hearing him talk anyways. He talks for like another 10 minutes. Next, we got player essence. All right, let's get to some of them. Some retro guy. Wait, I just joined. Who is he talking all this crap? Well, he started talking about me, then Nintendo, Alex, and then Fratanga. So he was talking to all of us. Oh, did you? Oh, man. I bet. Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah, there I go. Oh, yeah, I should have blacked it out. Next time I'll do better. I can't wait to see him go crazy on you, Angry Vigilante. Who's going to go crazy on me? Who, Alex? Alex ain't gonna go crazy on me. What did I do? Alex, if you're watching this, don't come for me, man. I'm not the one that put the F slur on your forehead. Wasn't me. Zeno the Gigs, Chad Hedgehog. Or we could just show them the video anyway because for the LOLs. Yep.
Bad person overall. I'm like, I get what he was trying to say. Like that mobile slop tuber. Like I said, he doesn't seem like a bad person, but it's like, don't be posting memes and, you know, bashing me or whatever the case is because I like something and you don't like it. That's fine. You don't have to like it, but just attack the Pokemon company. Don't attack me. Don't complain about me.
The irony coming from this man's mouth. Let's slow it down because Player Essence does talk very fast. But the irony coming from your mouth, my guy, you sit there and say, oh, don't go after the company. Don't attack me. Why did you go after Nintendo then? Why did you attack Nintendo? You have such a problem with him getting views and everything. Why didn't you go after YouTube? You're the one that complains about the algorithm. I have no problem with the algorithm. I'm doing just fine.
Me and what I like. Look at what you're playing, fam. You playing mobile slop tube, bro. You playing mobile, what's it called? Rise of...
I mean, some of the games you play aren't that much better there, Player Essence, so stop acting like you're some better thing.
Kingdoms? Look at this game. Like, this is the game that he's playing, man. And he's sitting here talking about us. He's sitting here talking about me. Look at what he's playing, bro. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me show you. This is what this dude, the whole street, this is what he's playing.
And mobile gaming is very popular. Whether you like to play it or not, I mean, he plays them. He probably enjoys them. Doesn't take away from what he's saying about you. See, this is what happens. You can't sit here and combat someone logically, so then you got to try to attack them like this.
He's playing this. This is what he's playing. He's playing a thing that looks like this. Look at this crap, bro.
Are you going to go after people that like to play Stardew Valley or Minecraft?
And you got something to say. I don't have a problem with mobile. If you enjoy your mobile games, enjoy your mobile games. But don't come after me and consumers and who we're consuming and make us.
You came after a consumer. You went after an attendee. So what? When, you know, this is what happens whenever you get criticism, you just like to play victim.
Seems stupid when you shill this on your channel the whole time. I swear. That's why I said these people, there's a lot of these YouTubers, they ain't never been smacked before in their life. If you got one good, like, slap when you...
Are you talking about yourself there? Because we all know you didn't get that. And it's not like you're going to do anything. You talking about people not getting one good slap. My guy, you ain't that guy. You ain't man enough to do something like that.
You said stupid stuff growing up. You wouldn't act like this. You wouldn't be like this. But too many content creators been sheltered their whole life. Parents let them do whatever they want. Let them get whatever they want. They can just...
I mean, that's kind of how you sound like right now. Oh, I knew Dwan Davis was going to talk. Once his favorite person, Player Essence, came on. Angry Vigilante. You like your video? I could tell you already talking about her. Who? Who are you talking about? Her? Like, what are you talking about, Dwan Davis? Hit that like button. Exactly, DBZ Nation. Salute to you, man. Zenless Zone Zero looks better than Pokemon. I agree. I don't know what Zenless Zone Zero is, but I'll agree with you.
Talk anyhow to anybody. Like, and they can enjoy whatever they want. But when they don't get something, when a game isn't what they want, they start throwing temper tantrums and start going off on fans that like something.
Isn't that what you're doing right now with the whole Xbox Rogue Ally, the whole PC thing, all the Steam?
Like I said, too many of these content creators, they ain't never been slapped like just one good like back.
I mean, you're more than welcome to come try. I guarantee you're not going to like the outcome of what'll happen. We all know you ain't that guy.
Or punched in the face. That's the problem that I have with these guys. Like, who taught them to do this? If you don't.
I mean, I've seen you go and troll people all the damn time. You ain't no different than them. So are you referring to yourself this way?
Don't like Pokemon, that's fine. You don't have to like it. But sitting here and quote tweeting and making memes and bashing people when you play this? Come on now, man.
Listen, man, you don't have to like the criticism. Okay, but what they're speaking is facts. Pokemon does not stand up like you're trying to make it out to be.
Like, get out of here with this nonsense, dude. Get out of here with this. Yeah, Clash of Clans clone. And like I said, he's a slop tuber. As in, that's all.
My guy, you have, when it comes to sloppy stuff, you have no room to talk. With that sloppy ass hairline of yours, you need to go get a new barber and have them line that shit up or something.
All he makes content on, at least on that channel. Now, he might have another channel that does something else, but he dedicated a whole channel to free-to-play slop like this, and not even multiple slop games, just like one slop game.
And maybe he makes money on that stuff. Maybe he gets enough views. A lot of that stuff is very popular. Now, mobile games not my forte. I don't really care for mobile gaming, but I'm not going to sit here and bash someone that wants to make videos on mobile gaming.
He's doing it because it makes him money. Because it makes him money because he'll get 10K plus views on every single video, and he.
Oh, so the problem is he's doing better than you. He gets to make more money, and what it is you are just jealous that your views are not doing good. We need to help you create a cope emote because these people are beyond. Oh, I completely agree. I don't know how to make emotes. If someone can help me out with that, that would be a huge thing.
As ad spots from, I think, from the developers. So don't talk to me about consumer. Don't talk to me about that, man. Get out of here. Get out of here. You're just doing, you got to play this trash freedom. At least I have the freedom to play whatever I want. I don't have.
No, you don't. You're stuck with Nintendo because if you try doing anything else, your views are going to go down even further. You've already said, because people, you've talked about on your live streams where you have sat here and said the reason why I don't really talk about PlayStation, Xbox, because I don't really get no views on it. So you're forced to talk about Nintendo. You're forced to review Nintendo, play Nintendo, whatever. You know, I guarantee you that slop tuber you're talking about, he probably plays other stuff than that one game. I seriously doubt he consumes all his attention on that one game here.
To sit here every 2 days or 3 days and make slop content on mobile games to put a roof over my head. So I don't want to hear nothing about people talking about consumer. Man, shut up. This is what he's telling his audience to go out there and play.
I mean, you're more than welcome to try to make them shut up or make any of us shut up for that matter. But again, Player Essence, you ain't that guy. You don't got the balls to do anything.
I've had enough. What's up, Nick 93? Welcome to the stream. What is good? Nintendo promoting Switch to a World Series team has to be one of the most fortunate marketing. I know that. I bet Nintendo's ecstatic because that I don't think that price goes up for that marketing based on like if they're in the World Series or not. I think it was just a flat rate.
I have no idea what they're talking about. I don't even know why I left that part in there.
Which once again I'm completely speculating, but I bet they're ecstatic right now. It's crazy. Okay. Let's see. Like, don't throw rocks at a house made out of glass. I know, seriously, man.
That's exactly. That saying right there is so ironic that you do that all the damn time, Player Essence. What are you talking about?
Grandpas that play Pokemon so we can enjoy whatever we want. That's what.
Oh, Desire. Holy shit. He is so angry. Yes, he is. I do. I don't know what the I do part is. I bought Power World and registered I can't pronounce the name, but oh, there you go, man. Oh, I bet it does there, Railroad Gamer. I bet it does. Desire could help. Oh, that's what he meant by I do. Oh, man, Desire, help me out, man. Bro, I literally had one of his fans try to tell me ZA is an RPG. These people are absolute crazy. There's no role-playing in the game. You can't even go into the shop. Yeah, I haven't played it yet. I will sit here and say that I know that Pokemon games are RPG games, but they're like a different type of RPG. They're like the monster taming RPG. I don't know who that is, Railroad Gamer. I do means he can help you with creating member emotes. Oh, okay, got you. Zenless Zone Zero is a mobile game made by the same people who made Genshin Impact. Oh, okay, got you.
But I'm saying, like, listen, and I even said when I quote tweeted, I was like, look, man, I'm not saying Pokemon Legends ZA is the best game. I'm not saying it looks the best. I'm not saying any of that, but come on now, man. Quote tweet Pokemon. The Pokemon. Quote tweet the actual company. Quote tweet that. Don't quote tweet me and start talking about.
Well, I mean, that's pretty ironic. Why are you sitting here calling out Nintendo? You're the one that doesn't like that he's getting views for all this crap. Why don't you quote tweet YouTube? Why do you sit here and go after it? See, that's the problem. You sit here and try to play victim whenever people come after you and play criticism, but then you do the exact same thing. Oh, how did I know Dwan Davis was going to come in? Angry Vigilante, you want to fight me? You can sell it up. You really want to fight, Davis? Listen, Davis, if you want to step in a boxing ring, I got no problem. We can sign a contract. Now, there's a fee for me to show up. You want me to show up, it's $10,000. Okay, but I would gladly show up to a boxing match to box you. If you want to sit here and pay me, we'll sit here and do it. We'll sign a contract and everything. There'll be no hard feelings. It'll be a legal fight and everything, my guy. We'll both get medically certified, whatever we have to do. But listen, man, you want me to show up, it's $10,000 if you want. Plus, you got to pay for room and board.
Don't do that to me, fam. Nah, don't do that to me. So like I said, I've got a problem with them going after it. There's a million people that go after Pokemon every single day. I don't care. Like, do you see me sitting there defending them 24/7 left and right when people being angry? No, go ahead and be angry over a kid's game or whatever. I don't mind.
Oh, now he finally admits that it's a kid's game. You're the one that's getting all angry because you got quote tweeted. You didn't have to respond. I quote tweet you all the damn time and you ran away and hid.
I don't care at all. But don't quote tweet me and make me seem like I'm some
I need to wait for him to finish this.
Type of idiot or something. I'm going to make you look dumb very quickly. So,
my guy, don't worry. We don't have to make you look like an idiot. You do that all on your own. You don't need our help.
So yeah, but like I said, I don't think he took it very seriously. To be honest, I didn't take it very seriously either.
I mean, you've been going on a rant for how long? I think you definitely took it seriously.
So it wasn't really a big deal. I just found it funny, you know? People talk negative Nintendo, you put playing games. I don't care if people talk negative about Nintendo Online. I don't care.
Yes, you do. You get all butthurt that, you know what? You sat here and let it eat up at you that people were complaining about the price. And that's why you're going on this PC tirade now.
I'm 1000% here. I've been wanting to make a pivot to doing that type of stuff anyway. So I think I'm going to start making a pivot to doing that, like more like some video reviews and more stuff like that anyway. Like I got to start getting my top 10s going.
Well, I don't know about your top 10s, but your whole like movie or video game reviews, you really don't need to be doing those, Player Essence. You don't give genuine reviews. You've exposed yourself. You won't include the price point into the review, so your reviews are fake.
Again, so I've already been thinking about making a pivot to that, and of course, gaming news, you know, so it's like whatever. Like like I said, the gaming industry right now is people online more like it are completely overrun by absolutely crazy people with insane double standards and really weird beliefs. So
coming from you, the irony, you're the one that has ridiculous double standards. Are you kidding me, Player Essence?
Yeah, it is what it is, right? Now that's called grifting. I mean, there's definitely a certain level of grift to that, yeah.
Well, that's what you did. Like, we all know that you didn't just pick Nintendo because you love Nintendo. Because for one, you have a PS5 Pro, you have an Xbox, a PC, and a Switch too. Okay, well, you had a Switch before that. No one needs all those systems. You picked all those systems because you were sitting here doing multiple different type of content, and it just settled into where you sat here and picked Nintendo because that's where your views were coming from. You were trying to sit here and get the most views possible. That's what was happening.
Only free-to-play games I play League and Marvel. And once again, I have no problem with Marvel Rivals. I have no problem with that. The only, like I said.
That's right. You better not have a problem with Marvel Rivals or I'll send Thunder Thigh and Mama Emma Frost after you.
People saying, evil this, go play free-to-play that. Like, I don't trust anybody that says that because you don't understand. Like, anybody that says they're not trying to act like there's some type of outstanding companies that deserve your money more than any.
Well, there are other companies that deserve your money more than others. I can look at Sandfall Interactive. I have yet to hear a single negative thing about them why they don't deserve our money.
Anybody else, that's insane considering how manipulative free-to-play games are.
Or Steam, for that matter. I've never heard anything negative. Well, I've heard some negative things about Steam, don't get me wrong, but not enough of a reason to not give them my money. I can use the like 10 cent for Marvel Rivals. I don't think that that free-to-play game, that's like the perfect free-to-play game right there because you can get all the characters for free. You don't have to sit here and pay for any of those battle passes. You don't have to buy any of the outfits or anything. I have never bought a single outfit. Now, I haven't played the game in a long time, but all the maps are free. You know, you can't buy special weapons. There's no, you don't get a, you know, like you don't get an advantage in the game. It's just purely cosmetic. So not all of them are like that. Not all of them are predatory. Dewan Davis, Angry Vigilante. Who care about the price? Many people care about the price. Dewan Davis, your favorite person, Player Essence, cares about the price when it comes to the Xbox handheld ally thing, which I actually care too. But he cares about the price too. So like, I don't understand your question, man.
Or like considering exactly how manipulative they are, shoving all that stuff in your face when it comes to characters and stuff like that. So I don't want to hear it. That's all, you know?
Yes, you do.
But yeah, once again, I don't have any problem with somebody playing that. It's just interesting to hear what some people will do for their YouTube clout, you know?
Just like you do. You try to clout chase on Nintendo's name all the damn time.
I'll keep it 1,000. OJ, people online are absolute morons. I mean, that's something, once again, yeah. I mean,
I actually do agree with that. We have Player Essence on the internet all the damn time. That's prime example.
But like I said, the reading level of a lot of people online is very low. So half the time they don't even understand what you're
that's okay. Your IQ level is pretty damn low.
trying to say in the first place, or they have a very basic understanding of what you're trying to say, because, you know, we have language barriers, we have comprehension problems, we have education, you know, it's just...
Well, we definitely know you suffer from the comprehension problem.
Right now, I would say that it's like somewhat in shambles, you know, like it's somewhat in shambles for a lot of the new kids coming up. Teachers overburdened, not paid enough, classrooms too big of classrooms, and comprehension level has just went significantly down.
It sounds like you, wherever you got your degrees at, man, you might want to get your money back.
So that's why you have a lot of people that are so angry, because half the time they don't even read what you're saying. They don't even read it properly. It absolutely wants to go back to...
No. See, the problem is you don't know how to articulate it well enough. It isn't our fault that we didn't get what you were meaning. It's your responsibility to tell the people what you mean. We actually read through. The problem is you're so full of shit, you always try to damage control, and that's the problem.
The mobile games for Switch 2, especially now. The reality of it is that stuff is pricey. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to sit here and say that it's not. I grew up in the era where, you know, games were really pricey.
Yeah, guess what? So did I, but there were reasons. The cost of everything to manufacture, to ship everything was expensive. It's gotten cheaper now, okay? And the gaming community was smaller back then. There were less games being sold, so they had to sell them. There are way more games being sold now than there was before. Angry Vigilante, I got a question. I got a PS5 and I got a Nintendo. I got your Xbox Plus, a PC, Switch 2. Congratulations, Davis. Is that supposed to mean something? Like, are you not even caught up with the live stream? Are you watching the older part of the live stream and just like messaging as I'm talking? Is that why you're not responding back to me?
As well, you know, where it was a lot, right? But I think in today's day, with the rise of indie games, you can get a lot of games for cheap, you know, or if you just wait. Like when I was a kid, I wasn't able to get everything day one. Like a lot of times people want everything day one for $5.
No, what we want is games to be reasonably priced. Even the other people, I get what you're trying to say, but it was different back then than it is now.
Sometimes, some people, not everybody, but you're not going to get that. You're not going to get it. So you're going to have to do what I did. I almost feel like it's like a rite of passage. It's like, listen, if you can't get something, you're going to have to wait, or you're going to have to pace yourself. Like you save up, you get what you want, you play that, and then you save up, you get what you want next. And
I completely agree. That's why I think people shouldn't be buying the games, you know, brand spanking new first at launch, especially if they can't afford it. That's why we got sales and everything. But the problem is with Nintendo, like you got to understand, Nintendo doesn't lower their prices now anymore. They keep them jacked up. They keep them overpriced. So there really isn't no saving up. It's not no rite of passage like that. At least with me and you, we were able to go to our local game store and we were able to get them really cheap. I mean, significantly cheap. Do you understand that, man? You don't remember that?
And then you play that. You're not going to be able to get everything day one. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to be able to play everything day one. You're not entitled to everything day one. Like, I wasn't when I was a kid. I went through that. It sucked, yeah, but you get past it, right? So when people try to act like they should just be entitled to everything day one, I'm like, that's not how it was when I was a kid. And maybe
no one is trying to be entitled. We just want them reasonably priced. We don't want them overpriced. It's getting more expensive because of you guys. Angry Vigilante, I am walking on my way to work while I am watching the live stream. Thank you so much, man. I am glad to keep you company on your way to work. Good morning there, Wolf of Corbin.
I'm being an old man yelling in the cloud, but you have to earn it. You have to work for it, or you have to save up and get it when you can. But remember, I was dirt poor growing up. Like, we didn't.
Okay, well, this same analogy we can use with you. Last week, you were complaining about your views. You're not entitled to the algorithm. You're not entitled to more views or anything like that. It's a rite of passage to go up, for you to go up to where your videos go viral. You haven't earned that right yet.
Did not have money for games. Like, my dad would just, sometimes Christmas, sometimes yard sale, he'd see cheap NES games, or he would see Super Nintendo games for cheap, or, I would save my allowance. I got like $1 a week back in the day, like 40 years ago or 30 years ago.
Yeah, see, I don't think you want people to wait for sales, because if they were going to wait on Nintendo, they're going to be waiting forever. I just did a video last week about Steam sales. Lord, my video on Harmon Mini Me was a lot. Oh, I bet, Desire, I bet. Did it just release just now or something?
I got like $1. Yeah, $1. Sometimes I didn't even get that $1. Sometimes I missed that $1. Speaking of dollars, Cybertoast with the Ninja Peach.
Well, that is it for Player Essence. Next, we got that Bow Talk game one. Now, I know Gara already reacted to him. I was reached out by somebody, said, hey, you need to react to this person. So I am. He is tired of all the negativity.
With everything going on yesterday, with all of the leaks about the future of Pokemon Generation 10, the next Legends game, for a second there, it was almost easy to forget that we're getting a new Pokemon game in 2 days. That is how much leaked yesterday. But today, we finally have our review scores and reviews themselves for Pokemon Legends ZA. So today we're doing a sort of roundup video.
Wait, did I do the right video?
Seeing what critics have to say about Legends ZA, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Currently, over on Metacritic, it is sitting at an 81, which notably is lower than...
Oh, crap. I'm sorry, guys. I did the wrong video here. Where is he at? Oh, Talk game. I put in the wrong one. That was an accident. There we go.
View of Legends Z.
Wait, is that it?
Okay, so I'm recording this video kind of off the cuff here.
Yep. I accidentally did the wrong one. Sorry about that, guys. Is this the correct video? Huh? It is? Are you sure?
Pokemon Legends Arceus, but it's also quite a bit higher than Pokemon Scarlet and
Okay,
Violet.
this is
So
the
let's go
right
ahead and take
video.
a look at some of these reviews and see what people that have played the full final retail version of the game have to say about it. If you are new here and you enjoy Pokemon Legends ZA content and general Pokemon coverage, I would appreciate you liking the video and subscribing. Let's get into it. Okay, people, welcome back to the channel. Really appreciate the support on yesterday.
Yeah, no, this is not. It's the most recent one, but this wasn't the one I was going to react to. I messed up. Sorry, guys. Let's go into there. Paste.
Okay, so I'm recording this video kind of off the cuff here. I actually literally just posted my review of Legends ZA, and immediately all of the comments are coming at me for being even remotely positive about this game. And I've been meaning to make this video for a while, but
Well, the thing is, when you hype up a game that is a detriment to the community, that's what happens. Now, I did go back and watch your review, and you know what? For the most part, it actually was a decent review until after you got towards the middle, and then you felt like you were damage controlling. You were hyping it up. That's what happens.
Discussion around Legends ZA has made it more apparent than ever and more clear than ever that I need to do it. The negativity grifting online
it's not negativity. It is literally called criticism. Learn the difference.
Comes to not just Pokemon, but Nintendo has gotten completely out of control. Nintendo is a company that needs to be criticized. I 100% agree. They do a lot of bad things, and certainly I think they are.
But the problem is when you guys criticize them, let's just say you guys actually do criticize them. When you guys do it, you need to understand you also damage control and nothing changes because you still go out and buy their products. You sit here, still give them your money. And then you're like, oh, but I'm having so much fun with it. That's the problem that we're all having.
Worthy of criticism like any other company, but ever since the Switch 2 came out, the discussion around Nintendo has been completely skewed in one way.
That's Nintendo's fault. Nintendo hasn't given us a reason to be overhyping and positive of it. They're the ones that chose to sit here overprice Mario Kart World. They're the ones that chose to overprice DK Bonanza and Pokemon Legends ZA.
no good faith conversations anymore. There is no nuance to any conversation. Either you are the biggest Nintendo shill of all time and you like every slop game they put out, or you hate Nintendo so much that you act like they kidnapped your...
I mean, it literally just sounded like that you just described player essence. And I know that you sat here and commented in this video.
Dog and tortured your family. And specifically, I think the reason this type of conversation online has risen in prominence so much is because of YouTubers. The negativity grifting YouTubers that are on this platform when it comes to Nintendo that popped up out of nowhere, out of the woodwork, to just start making Nintendo negativity videos is so funny to me. Let's take Nintendo, for example.
You put some respect on that man's name. He did not sit here and make negativity videos to grift like you're trying to make it out to be. It's called being honest. The community has spoken.
Well, here, this guy's been around for a while. He has been posting for over 4 years. Used to just do kind of retrospective type content reviews, talking about Nintendo games from a very level-headed position. Lately, he realized that, well, if you just start being a negativity grifter, you get way more views. I mean, look at this. 162K views on Nintendo lied and nobody cares. 52K.
I mean, it's true. They did lie.
Views on Let's Talk About Nintendo's Greed. Oh, but here's
It was greed. Well, I mean, what's your point? The thing is, all the stuff he's saying is true.
Positive video. Wolverine looks outstanding. Oh, only 7,000 views. Might as well do another game keycard negativity video to pay the bills, right? And it's not just this guy. You go to any channel that posts.
I mean, it's literally not about the money. You guys always try to make it.
It's not about money. It's about accountability.
That's right, Joker.
This type of negativity content, there is a clear correlation between, okay, their videos were doing fine, but not that great, to, oh, they made one video about negativity, it blew up, and then their entire personality became about being negative regarding Nintendo.
Maybe if you actually watch his videos, they're not as negative as you guys like to make it out to be. The problem is you get triggered over his titles and his damn thumbnails.
This Lord Frogmire guy is the most recent to realize how much money you can make by, you know, just spewing negativity everywhere.
I literally just found out who Lord Frogmire is. I actually like his stuff.
And let's be clear, there are room for valid criticisms, and I think even in this Pokemon Legends ZA is an overpriced disappointment video, he makes some good points against the game. But when your entire channel looks like this, when you're saying Silk Song will be garbage and you will buy it anyway, yeah, I don't know, man. It's hard to take your opinion that seriously. Clearly, you realize, hey, if you just say a bunch of negative stuff.
Well, I mean, it's hard to take your guys' opinions clearly when you guys keep overhyping this stuff. Then you always make excuses for them. I'm not saying you, but a lot of your brethren like to do it. I've never watched enough of your videos.
Maybe not even just pertaining to Nintendo. I mean, he tried to do it with Silk Song here. It doesn't seem like that video did as well as his other Nintendo videos, especially as of late. Oh my goodness, look at these views. I mean, this entire channel started 3 months ago, and it's been pretty much shrouded entirely in Nintendo negativity. His Nintendo negativity videos do so much better than everything else. It's not hard to see why these people are doing.
The reason why they do better isn't because they're negative, it's because they're being honest. The Nintendo community is fed up with you guys always doing this toxic positivity. They want honesty. They want content creators that are actually going to stand up for them. You guys put yourselves as the leaders of the community. You guys are the influencers. You guys let the community down, and it caused people like Nintendo to rise up and take your guys' place. You guys are just jealous about that fact.
Doing it. This is absolutely paying their bills and then some. The moment it became financially lucrative, the moment...
I got one about Switch Force coming up. I don't know when though, but he's going to be coming up.
It became the popular thing to do. Everybody started hopping on this Nintendo hate bandwagon. And as someone who plays games for fun, and, you know, we can always criticize things, certainly, and look at the flaws and discuss those flaws, it's weird to me that these people who hate Nintendo so much, they hate Pokemon so much, spend so much of their energy thinking about it. There's always room for talking out the goods and the bads of a game or what a company does or whatever it is. But for me, at a certain point, if a video game company or a video game franchise...
This is one thing a lot of you guys, well, you guys fanboys probably do understand this, but the reason why, even people that do not like Nintendo, the reason why they talk about Nintendo or their games is because guess what? Nintendo has influence in the market. So and they're the ones that are trying to normalize these $80 games. They don't want the whole industry to do that.
Is causing me so much inner turmoil that it's keeping me up at night, and I'm just every day posting negative thoughts. I'm filled with negative thoughts about it. Eventually, I just stop engaging with it, right? And the most frustrating thing, as someone who has been making Nintendo...
Well, you must not be engaging with it. You're not doing it that well. Look what you're doing now.
Videos on YouTube for over a decade. I have been doing this for over a decade, since 2014. For one, I mean, there's so many things about it that kind of drive me crazy. For one, there is this very rose-tinted glasses picture of what Nintendo was back during the Wii U and 3DS era. I am very nostalgic for that era, but
many of us are nostalgic for that era. I wish that Nintendo was like that. We all would love for Nintendo to be like that. But unfortunately, they're not. And it's because a lot of the Nintendo fanboys allowed them. You guys voted for this.
If you think that time to be a Nintendo fan was better than it is right now, you are absolutely out of your mind. I get it, we have nostalgia, we love a lot of the games that did release in that time frame, but the inconsistent cadence of releases during that time, during that generation, was pretty bad. I also really despise how people have realized that if you weaponize Satoru Iwata and his passing and how he was this great Nintendo leader, if you
how are they weaponizing it? Because they sit here and say, oh, how great he was. They talk about how the person in charge now isn't like Iwata. How is that weaponizing? Just bringing up facts about how great Iwata was.
Weaponize him and how he died and how that's what ruined Nintendo. You get clicks, you get views.
I mean, that's a fact. After he died, the company got greedy. That's just a fact, man. You may not like it. You don't have to like what they're saying, but that's just how the facts are.
That's, I genuinely find just gross. You can have issues with Nintendo's current leadership. Certainly, the likes of Reggie and Iwata were more personable and more likable than the heads we have now, but I really don't like how people use Iwata and talk about him in such a way to make a point about current Nintendo.
I mean, unfortunately, it's just the facts. Again, the times were better during Iwata. Yeah, the system might not have been doing as well, but we weren't getting all this greedy ripoff stuff. That's what you don't understand. That's why people keep bringing them up.
But then the main thing, and the reason I hopped on here after posting my Legends ZA review, is the unwillingness to have a nuanced conversation. So,
my guy, that's how the Nintendo people are. We tried to sit here and tell them, hey, this stuff's overpriced. We were getting attacked for it. We were saying, oh, how dare you speak against Nintendo? You're a Nintendo hater if you don't accept it. You guys caused a lot of this stuff to happen.
If you've watched my Legends ZA review, first of all, thank you. Even if you disagree with me, it's a 20-minute video. The first 10 minutes of that video are me saying what I don't like about the game. My issue.
Yeah, but you kind of gloss over a lot of the stuff, my guy. And then you sit here and hype it up. And by the end of it, the hyping it up is going to overlook a lot of the negativity stuff. And it's coming across like you're recommending the game for people to go and play.
With the game, the things that I find to not be that good about Legends ZA, that is the first half of the video. The second half is me saying, well, despite these flaws, I actually had a really good time with the game.
See, and that's where it is. When you do that kind of stuff, you're hyping up the mediocrity, and you probably paid $70 for it. That's what you don't understand.
I don't know when this happened. I feel like in certain gaming circles, it's been around for a while and maybe just recently kind of flooded into the Nintendo scene. Maybe it's just because Nintendo is more popular than ever and they're doing better than ever. But it feels like you can't have issues with a game and enjoy it without getting yelled at.
Yeah, you guys caused this to happen. It happened when they revealed the Switch 2. You guys refused to do the right thing. You guys were leading the community for 8 years, and then you guys literally cared more about making Nintendo happy, staying in their good graces, and it ended up screwing over the community. They're fed up with it.
Acknowledge there are a lot of issues with Legends ZA. There are a lot of issues with every Pokemon game on Switch. I would say there are a lot of issues with every Pokemon game on 3DS. Every Pokemon game, honestly, going back to Red and Blue, has issues.
Yeah, but there's a huge difference. None of those games were $70. You're not understanding the whole price point is the problem.
Mario Kart World has issues.
No other Mario Kart game before it was overpriced.
Don't like the intermissions. Donkey Kong Bonanza is actually a game that I didn't like anywhere near as much as most people, but because I ultimately said I
enjoyed DK Bonanza. You know how much crap I got for sitting here doing that review from a lot of you Nintendo people? A lot of Nintendo people, I lost a lot of subscribers when I did the DK Bonanza review because I said that you guys were overhyping the game. And I said it was a fantastic game. It just didn't have enough quality content to justify its price point. But guess what? I got over it. I didn't lose sleep. People, you should know this. You've been uploading to YouTube way longer than I have. You should understand that you're going to get negativity. It comes with it. That's just something you're going to have to accept.
Enjoy Mario Kart World because I ultimately said I like Pokemon Legends ZA more than a lot of other Pokemon games. I am a shill. And I had these comments on the video.
I mean, towards the end, you were coming across as a shill, my guy.
Before they even had time to watch the video, which tells me really all I need to know. None of this negativity is done in good faith. We can have conversations. We can talk about these things. We can acknowledge the issues with the Switch 2.
I mean, I agree, but the problem is a lot of your brethren don't know how to have conversations.
And with Mario Kart World, and with Pokemon Legends ZA, and with the fact that they released Dragon Drive, which is another of their games that I didn't like this year, Kind of interesting.
Yeah, that was a trash game. That game could have been free and it still would have been trash. The price point wasn't even the problem.
that I'm a Nintendo shill, and the only game right now that I'm going to put in my top 10 favorite games of the year list is probably Pokemon. I'm not even sure if Mario Kart World will make the cut, to be honest.
Well, neither of those two games should make the cut. I mean, there are way better games out there that deserve that ranking. You know, like when you make a top 10 list, of course, you should have fun with the game. But if you're going to put two games like that are clearly overpriced for what they deliver, then you've lost all sense of standards, man.
But I'm a Nintendo shill because I liked Legends EA, despite the fact that it had issues. There's no,
you're a show because you're hyping it up. And then the way you come across is people are going to get excited for it. Yeah, the first half you sit here and talk negatively, but you don't go that hard in on. I watched your review.
room for discussion. There's no room for nuance. If a game has a bad texture, it's the worst game ever made. It's a terrible game. But then on the flip side,
my God, the textures in this game are terrible. And I'm going to sit here and say this because I've overheard people say, oh, it's the art style. No. I used to defend the whole art style crap when some people are like, oh, you know, Nintendo games are only AA because of the graphics. And I'd be like, nah, not technically, you know, some of them have a different art style, but they're still AAA games. But no, when it comes to Legends EA, you cannot sit here, hide behind shitty graphics and shitty art as, oh, that's the art style. No, that's not, we're not going to fly that one today.
and granted, Twitter and other social media, the algorithms are very targeted, but I go on Twitter right now, and I've been pretty positive on ZA, so the algorithm is feeding that back to me, but I go on there, and all I see are hundreds of posts, if not thousands, from people that I've never seen before on Twitter, just enjoying the game. And for the first time since the Switch 2 came out.
Good. Enjoy the game. Ignore the negativity. So I understand. Sometimes it's hard. I've been doing YouTube long enough that I get negativity all the damn time.
I look on my Twitter feed and it's not, just insane negativity. And then you see these posts of people lining up for the game at midnight, and you see this report from Bloomberg that Nintendo is getting ready to produce 25 million Switch 2s by March, which is not only a record for any video game console, but it's a long shot record. Like, it's not even close how much more that is in the first 9 months of any other.
Okay, congratulations. Maybe they're worried about the whole tariffs going up, and that's why they're sitting here making that many. None of us, I don't know. None of us know why they're going to make it. Maybe they'll sell. Maybe they won't. Only time's going to tell. We still have yet to get the sales data for DK Bonanza and some of the other games.
Video game console. And then you think about that and you think okay, well, these games are selling well, these consoles selling well. The discussion online is very negative, but in reality, when you actually talk to somebody in person, maybe someone who's more casual, not terminally online, the reality is that they're actually doing better than ever. And while I personally disagree with this,
I mean, if they're doing so well, why haven't they released the sales data for the games yet? I don't know if they're doing that well, man.
A lot of people would say the games they're releasing right now are better than ever. People are loving Legends EA. People loved Mario Kart World. Yeah,
Mario Kart World was definitely one of the worst. The problem is a lot of the people in the Nintendo community have forgotten what standards are because you guys have led them astray. You guys have conditioned a lot of the Nintendo community to sit here and accept and lower their standards, and people like me have to sit here and filter through all this conditioning that you guys put on them to get them to finally understand what real standards and quality is.
As the hardcore crowd, intermission, certainly, I agree. I don't like the intermission. I don't like the driving on straight highways, but people are clearly happy with the console. There's this weird sect, this weird bubble.
True. Many people aren't really complaining about the console. It's the games they're complaining about.
Online of negativity where it's just an echo chamber, I guess would be a word for it, where these people say all these negative things. They get that feedback loop. They see other people online agreeing with them. But the reality in the real world.
I mean, we can say the same thing about you guys. Whenever you or the other Nintendo YouTubers sit here, they create these echo chambers where all they do is get their ego stroke saying nothing but toxic positivity.
Is that most people do not feel that way. And it's so weird seeing it because there is such a disconnect between what is actually happening with this console and with its games and how they're reviewing and then how people talk about them online. And there's always been the Nintendo detractors for as long as I can remember, but just never to this degree. And I've said this in videos in the past. It started on April 2nd. It started when they had that Nintendo Direct. There was that 10-minute.
Exactly. That's when a lot of it did start because you guys stepped aside. You guys ran away and hid. And instead of holding Nintendo accountable, you guys sat here and screwed over the community. So it left this huge gaping hole that the community wanted people to step up, but you guys were refusing to do it. So a lot of us had to do it for you.
period where people thought Mario Kart World was 90 USD, and since then the conversation has never changed. In fact, I still see people say, oh, Legends ZA is well, because of the DLC, it's actually a $150 game. You gotta buy the DLC, you gotta buy the
I've never heard anybody say it's $150. The most I've ever heard say is $120. You're over exaggerating.
upgrade pack. So actually this is a $200 game, and I just see people every game, not even just Nintendo games, but like every game is actually like $10 or $20 more.
There's a huge difference between $10 or $20 versus you literally just sat here and added $80 to $130. Oh, we got Retro Fusion Gaming. I love Toxic. Oh, trust me, we know you do, because you love NintendoNukem and you love Player Essence and you love Harmon Smith. Oh, Retro Fusion. Did you know that Nukem Nintendo likes to use a racial slur in his video? I didn't know if you knew that.
Than it actually is. And then we saw game keycards happen, which are, you know, certainly not ideal. And then of course you have the tariffs, which it's weird, you know, we hold Nintendo to a different standard than an Xbox or a PlayStation. I
mean, how so? How do we hold them to different standards here? That's what a lot of you guys like to do, especially on your reviews. You know how many Nintendo people sit here and you lower the standards for Nintendo games? Are you kidding me, man? Oh, sorry, Retro Fusion. You do not like Player Essence. Okay, I understand. But you like you like Nukem Nintendo, who uses a racial slur in his video, and then you like Harmon Smith, who is also known to be a racist on top of that.
I've seen almost nobody who is anywhere near angry to this degree about the PS5 and PS5 Pro going up in price. I haven't seen a single post about it. No one cares.
Are you not paying attention? There were many people that I made a video. Many people sat here and made videos. So you must either be, or it's either you're lying or you're just not looking.
No one cares if that console raised in price. No one really cares that the Xbox raised in price. Certainly people are making jokes about it because of what.
Yes, people do care. But the problem with the thing with Xbox is none of us really look at Xbox as having relevancy anymore. That's the difference.
Where Xbox is right now, no one's really complaining that the Xbox handheld is $1,000. I think that might be because people don't care. But then on the flip side, you see Nintendo releases.
Many people don't care. Literally, Desire almost lost it, had a meltdown in his video for them pricing it that high. Are you kidding me?
Console for $450, and people are like, this is an overpriced, you know, paperweight. Why would I buy this? There's no games for it. But then you look at the lineup of games, and there's major.
I mean, when it first came out, there really wasn't any games. And you know what? And you know when people sit here and say, oh, there isn't any games, you know what they're meaning. They're not talking about third-party games you can get on other systems. They're not talking about re-releases of old games onto the console. They're not sitting here talking about, you know, playing games that you can play on the Switch 1. When they sit here and say that, they are specifically talking about Switch 2 games. There are not that many.
Major exclusives almost every single month, if not multiple a month. The third-party lineup is better than it's ever been on any other Nintendo console, and it's just like, what is happening? I feel like I am living in opposite world.
Retro Fusion, you mean to tell me every creator you watch is holier than thou? I feel saying an R slur is just as bad. Well, you can feel like people saying the R slur is just as bad. I don't think that many people would agree with you on that one. I believe that there is a difference between calling someone a Riri and using a racial slur. I definitely do think there's a difference. But the difference when we sit here and use that, most of the time we're joking around. Or Retro Fusion, most of the time people say something so stupid that they deserve that R slur you're talking about. Okay. And there is a difference there, Retro Fusion, on this one. You can change your stupidity. Unless you have I'm not talking about people that have mental problems. Okay. That's not what I'm not talking about. I'm referring to actual, you know, Nintendo YouTubers that get that R slur thrown at them that you're talking about. They can educate themselves. They can make themselves more intelligent. When it comes to using a racial slur, you can't change your race. There are two different things. One thing you can change, one thing you can't. Desire. I had to review it for my company as I fixed and repaired and build devices. Not worth it. It's good, but not worth it. I completely agree. It's not worth 1K. Pokemon is the worst game out right now. I don't know about that one. Okay, I still think that Drag X Drive is probably going to be worse. Zenton, the Giga Chad Hedgehog. And don't forget that stupid virtual, oh, exactly, the virtual boy add-on.
Where people online are just completely detached from reality.
Retro Fusion. So you saying the R slur is equal to being stupid? That's how it's being used? Yeah, pretty much. Just another way to call someone stupid. Now I'm not talking about people that are, you know, where they can't control their intelligence. We're adults here. We all know what I'm referring to. You don't need me to say. But there are people that literally can't take care of themselves that used to be called that R slur. Okay, that I do not agree with. Okay, but people like Player Essence, Harmon Smith, Nukem Nintendo, all those Nintendo fanboys you see on YouTube, they can change their intelligence level. They can go educate themselves, Retro Fusion. So when they're given that R slur, guess what? It's meant as a joke, or maybe they should stop saying some stupid ass shit.
Reality. Mario Kart World should not be $80, and I think the content rollout for that.
I mean, most people would agree with you. Not a lot of your Nintendo fanboys. Nukem Nintendo thinks it's okay to be at $80.
Game, or the lack thereof, is a disappointment. It's still a good video game, though. That game's a lot of fun. Pokemon Legends EA had its DLC announced beforehand, and some of the textures might not look the best, but it's still a fun video game. Donkey Kong Bonanza isn't my game of the year, but
I mean, I actually enjoyed Donkey Kong Bonanza. I just didn't think it was worth $70. Didn't have enough quality content.
A lot of people had a lot of fun with that game. They're selling Kirby Air Riders amiibo for $50 US.
And also, Retro Fusion, I love how you're defending someone saying a racial slur. Two people saying a racial slur. You're doing a huge deflecting. You're doing some deflecting Olympics here now.
Dollars. That's completely insane. But that doesn't change the fact that the game is probably going to be pretty good, even if I think visually it's very underwhelming. Ultimately,
I agree. I never said it was offensive. I didn't say it wasn't going to be offensive. Calling someone stupid is offensive. Whether you use the R slur or you call someone stupid, both are offensive. But guess what? You don't want to be called stupid. Stop saying stupid shit. That's just a plain and simple thing.
it either comes down to you either hate Nintendo.
And if you're referring to Harmon Smith brings a lot of that stuff on himself. Retro Fusion. He literally said that Grand Theft Auto is for children. Do you understand that, Retro Fusion? Harmon Smith literally said Grand Theft Auto is made for children and Mario Kart is for adults. Are you telling me that it is a smart thing to say that Grand Theft Auto is for children?
Like your life depends on it, or you are the most blatant Nintendo shill and your opinion can't be taken seriously. And I'm tired of it. We can have conversations, guys. We can.
I mean, hey, a lot of us are tired of all the toxic positivity coming from you fanboys. But we know that's not going to change.
Talk about the good and the bad. We don't need to be disingenuous with our takes just to like feed the negativity loop, man. It's so.
Well, in Retro Fusion, you could say it's just as bad, but I think you're going to be the only one in that boat. I really don't think that you're going to find too many people that are going to agree with you that calling someone an R slur versus a racial slur is going to be the same thing. Most people are not going to view that in the same way. That is equally as bad. That's like someone, that's overweight saying that the word torta is just as bad. Okay, no.
Tiring. It's also very much okay to enjoy games that have flaws. You don't need to constantly be having negative thoughts about every single thing you do and interact with in your day-to-day life. As they said in the classic Pokemon intro from 2011, it's not always black and white. But that is going to do it for today's video.
I mean, for a lot of you fanboys, it is black and white. When, maybe not you specifically, maybe you actually can have a conversation, but you got to understand your brethren have ruined it for all you guys. Like all this discourse that you're so sick and tired of, guess what? A lot of your Nintendo brethren caused this to happen.
I just wanted to hop on here.
Okay. Midge, let me just give a breakdown as to why Harmon earned everything he is called. I don't think I need the breakdown, Desire. I think Retro Fusion needs a breakdown, but go on, Desire. We all need to hear this one. Alrighty. Now, I need to go back to my other video. There we go. Paste it. Interactive. There we go, interact. Okay. So let's find it. I believe I was at 40 something seconds. Oh, okay, hold on real quick. Let me find the thing. Now we'll call you in a second. Oh, IGN. Oh, wrong one. There we go.
Comments. I might do my early impressions video later today. If not, I'll wait and do a full review this weekend for you. So until next time, folks. Peace.
Yep. And next up, we're going to have IGN. Well, we're going to have Desire first, and then we're going to do IGN. Because I am not too happy with IGN, their defense of these handhelds, because it's ridiculous. Okay, where the hell did it go? There we go. Let's see. There's Discord. Hold on there, Desire. It's loading up. There you are.
What's up, Vigilante?
What's going on here? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes. Can everybody hear Desire? I think they can.
Because I'm going to give a nice big breakdown of the big goofball that everybody seems to want to defend that are on the Nintendo side, which is
I wouldn't say everybody. You know, a lot of the Nintendo people.
A lot of people have been. A lot of people have been. And I just want to state
Are they really have? Have they actually been defending?
Oh, yeah.
Him? Oh, okay.
Yeah. In my comments, they came into my comments trying to defend him, which I think is just his bots.
I've only ever seen two defend him.
That's how it works. So,
good, they can hear you.
I want to state why I call him a pedo, Nazi, racist, sexist piece of shit. Because he is. So he described a 12-year-old saying they had childbearing hips and went to the exquisite detail of what they looked like in one of his books.
Do you hear this, Retro Fusion? I hope you're listening.
He also said the N-word. He said that black people don't matter. He said that women are just cum dumpsters and are not worthy of being in the military. Well, then he was talking to a veteran when his fat ass could never even join. He has said that women rights don't matter. He has said that black people are a lesser being. He said that Hitler was based. He said that the Nazis were right. Need I say more?
Nope.
So when people have the audacity to defend this schmuck, utterly I hate it because he's everything I said.
Oh yeah.
Harmon, Cody Lee geezer. He wrote it in quite a few books. That was his I think that was his fanfic book. That was the original book he made.
Oh yeah.
Hellfire covered it. If you want to watch it. She watched it and read it. She was livid.
I do like Hellfire and a lot of her content, but one thing I do not need to hear her is reading off Harmon's book because I have no interest in reading.
People know if it wants to say that didn't happen. She read the book on stream, and it's still there.
Oh yeah. I was just going to tell Retro Fusion, but Retro Fusion, I hope you're listening to all this because I think he was defending Harmon because he's saying that when we call someone an R slur, I'm assuming that he's talking about Harmon.
Hey, Retro guy, I just want to state this. If it's rage bait, how come he lost his job in real life? From his actions on the internet. Rage bait doesn't affect your actual life. His does, because he doesn't know what he's saying. That's all I had to say. Sorry to bother you.
Oh, it's all good. You have a good day, Matt.
You too, sir.
All right. It's always good to hear from Desire. Now, let's get into IGN.
The Asus ROG Xbox Ally X's price is kind of the elephant in the room. At $999, not only is it more expensive.
Oh, that's way more than the elephant in the room, my guy. Way more. Oh, Retro Fusion finally responded back. It isn't defending Harmon to say using the R slur is wrong. Well, to me, I don't really personally care about the R slur, if I'm being honest with you. It's like when an overweight person says that it's wrong to call somebody fat. It doesn't matter to me. I used to be severely overweight. Guess what? It don't matter to me. It is what it is. So you could take offense to the R slur if you want to, but most people don't really take offense to that word as much as you are. Just saying.
Than the $799 ROG Ally X, but it's twice the price of a Nintendo Switch 2 or the Steam Deck. Everything is getting more expensive lately, and why?
No. This has nothing to do with everything getting more expensive. This is nothing more than Xbox and Rogue Ally being greedy. There is no need for a PC handheld to be $1,000 damn dollars. That you can literally get yourself a PS5, you can get yourself an Xbox Series X, and both of those are way more powerful than this Xbox ROG Ally is. You can get yourself a gaming laptop for less than $1,000 that'll be better than that thing. Are you kidding me? No, this has nothing to do with it.
While the Asus ROG Xbox Ally is certainly guilty of this too, it's actually pretty reasonably priced compared to other similar devices that have launched.
The hell it is. It ain't reasonably priced.
For instance, the Lenovo Legion Go 2 starts at $1099.
Oh my God, you're going to the extreme. It's not reasonably priced. Now, you compare it to a Steam Deck, it's way overpriced, or a Switch 2 for that matter. Are you kidding me?
With a weaker processor, with a Z2 Extreme model costing as much as $1,479.
That's just ridiculous. $1,500. Desire, $1,500 for a freaking handheld, man.
Then the MSI Claw A8, which hasn't even launched in the US, is out in the UK right now for £850, which is like $1,135.
Those are the extreme ones. You are forgetting the Steam Deck. You are forgetting the Switch 2, my guy. Those are the more reasonably priced ones compared to this crap.
Take. It's going to be likely more once tariffs are worked into the equation here in the States. Handhelds are getting more expensive, but for devices with a Z2 Extreme,
No. They're getting more expensive because they're choosing to sit here and price them at this.
the Asus ROG Xbox Ally X is actually one of the most affordable right now. Plus, those other devices aren't launching with the Xbox full screen experience, which will put the Xbox Ally X on another level until Microsoft releases it for other Windows PCs.
No, it is not going to put it on another level. I honestly believe the reason why this thing has sold as well as it has, because from what I've heard, it's actually sold quite a bit of units. I think it's a lot of the Xbox fanboys that are running around buying these up.
Sometime next year. The Xbox full screen experience alone would probably be enough for us to recommend the Asus ROG Xbox Ally X to
my guy. It's $1,000. How are you going to recommend this shit?
Anyone looking for a new handheld gaming PC. But the fact that it is so comfortable to use and performs so well is just the icing on the cake.
From what I've heard, it is very comfortable to hold a Steam Deck. I went and got a Satisfy grip. Anybody who has a Switch or a Switch 2, I heavily recommend to go get a Satisfy grip, okay? They make it very comfortable. And guess what? You can get a Switch, you can get a Steam Deck, you can buy a Switch 2. Guess what? You can buy a Satisfy grip for the Switch or the Switch 2. It's still going to be cheaper than what this damn freaking thing costs.
All it really needs now is a couple of software updates to really refine the full screen experience, and it will be a...
No, it needs a price reduction is what it needs, my guy. Not no software. It could use some software updates probably, but it definitely needs a damn price reduction.
Device for the history books.
Okay, well that's it for IGN. I just wanted to talk about that towards the end, just because I cannot believe that. I can't believe it because we all know IGN was definitely paid for that review. There is no doubt about it, especially because they did complain. I don't know if it was that one specifically, but IGN did complain about the Switch 2, and I actually agreed with them with the Switch 2. But I don't know how they can recommend this one, but then say the Switch 2 is overpriced. That don't make no sense.
2 is getting a price cut, which nobody expected, nobody predicted, and honestly, nobody should believe in.
You know, the thing is, many people did predict the price cut. Usually, price cuts do happen. What are you talking about that you shouldn't believe in it? Literally, there was a price cut in France, and guess what? There's going to be another one.
All right, I'm going to fill you in on all the details on Nintendo Switch 2's price cut today that is happening now and next week in France, and why it's not going to come here, and why actually...
It could come here. You don't know that, Switch Force. I'm surprised. He's the only one of the Nintendo fanboys that are actually talking about this.
I'm talking to you about how if you want to Switch 2, if you've held out, you got to buy that thing ASAP. What's going on, everybody? It's Zach from Switch.
See, and this is where this is why one of the reasons why you get so much hate. You're doing all this fear mongering to try to get people to go and buy more Switch 2s.
Of course, the news of the day first is that in France, there is a €30 price cut on the Switch 2. Other retailers are trying to one-up the initial retailer. Some are live now. Some are going to go live on October 14th. It is very interesting to see a bundle, the Pokemon Legends ZA bundle, dropping down effectively $35 in US dollars, €30, and getting a cheaper price so soon after launch when everybody's been telling you, and all the signs have pointed to,
Yeah, that shows that maybe the Switch 2 isn't doing as well as a lot of people thought they were.
Price increases. Now, the thing you need to know is that this is in France only, okay? It might be available in Amazon France. If you're in Europe and can get shipping there, great, take advantage of it. But pretty much everywhere else, this is a non-factor. All right, the France video game market is a little more...
I hope that it comes here. I hope it goes worldwide. You know, shit, Japan gets one for really cheap. Why should the rest of us have to pay?
More volatile. Stores like to try and one-up each other. Price cuts and price increases seem to happen more frequently based on what I have read, and this is something that is not indicative of the rest of the world. Look, if you're hoping for a Switch 2 price cut in the United States and you're waiting to buy the console, totally legit to wait, right? We've talked about, like...
Yeah, it's probably not going to have it for a while, unfortunately.
If you don't have a Switch 2 yet, if you've been able to hold out after Mario Kart World and Donkey Kong Bonanza, you know, I think you could probably hold out. Two of the biggest games for Switch the rest of the year, probably the two biggest games, are cross-platform. You got Pokemon Legends ZA next week. It's available on Switch 1.
Yeah, and unfortunately, guess what there, Switchy? I heard it ain't doing that good.
You got Metroid Prime 4 in December. It's available on Switch 1. If you've held...
Really? I don't think Metroid Prime 4 is going to do as well as a lot of you guys like to make it out to be.
Out thus far, sure, you can hold out until there's a bigger game. But the caveat there is if you're holding out for a lower price, that is not going to happen. Okay, one, Nintendo consoles...
Okay, I'm getting tired of Switch Force. We're going to move on. Who are we doing next? Pretty much the gist of it is France got a price cut on their Switch 2s, and they're actually getting another one. So okay, there we go. We're going to go back to player essence.
Does this make you want to go grab it now? Do the economics of it
not
make sense for you to say, hey, even though I don't need it, I'm going to put the money forward and get it so I do get the best price? Or, you know, if it goes up $50 or $100 in 2026, are you still willing to wait because you don't have the software that deems this a necessary purchase? And who knows, maybe you can hold out for 2 or 3 years and have more time to save money. Like, if you need to do that, totally fine and totally understandable. I'm just trying to make a PSA, especially on the heels of a price.
No, you're not. All right, there we go. We got good old player essence again.
But I wanted to talk about how it seems, once again, because I like IGN. I like certain people that work there. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fan of, you know, of Per Snyder.
He's a fan of whenever they sit here and go with his narrative. That's all it is.
I like Brian Altano. I like Casey. I got some friends there that are cool. They've let me on their show before, and I appreciate them. You know, they've done some great stuff. And I'm just simply talking about some of the reviewers, not the people that I've mentioned. You know, not everybody at the company, but just simply some of the stuff that I've been seeing with IGN when it comes to them almost somewhat normalizing and excusing $1,000 systems.
You know, and I actually thought that he was actually crazy right now, but no, IGN actually is. But see, the thing is, ever since he got on this hard on when it came to the whole handheld PC crap, he always moves the goalpost. First it was, why aren't we making videos? Then he started seeing us making videos. Then he was like, oh, why aren't the big channels making them? Oh, then they started making them. All he does is just continue to move the goalpost because he wants to start doing this type of content, but he can't talk bad about Nintendo. Retro Fusion, my God, more player essence. A grifter that complains about grifting. I mean, hey, at least Retro Fusion can sit here and acknowledge that player essence is a grifter.
As that's the norm. Accept it. Go ahead and it's fine. Even though I'm going to mention it, but I'm going to make a bigger deal about the Switch 2 price. I've seen more things about them talking about the Switch 2 price than I've seen them complain when it comes to their official review.
Well, the difference is, though, player essence, and you're being disingenuous, Nintendo has influence. Xbox and ROG Ally don't really have the influence that you are acting like they do. So there is a bit of a difference.
Reviews of $1,000 systems or systems where you need like a PS Portal. For example, PS Portal, now it's different reviewers. I get it, it's different reviewers, but
well, PS Portal is completely different than a handheld PC or a Switch 2. Completely two different things.
8 out of 10 for PS Portal, 9 out of 10
Okay, well, an 8 out of 10 is probably fair. I've never played a PS Portal, but you can't sit here and hold a PS Portal to the same standard that you do a Switch 2. A Switch 2, you can play games natively, and it's not an accessory. That is the console itself. The PS Portal is not a console. It is an accessory to a console. That's all it is.
10 for Xbox ROG Ally, 7 out of 10 for the Nintendo Switch 2, right? Only
Well, I don't that 9 out of 10 for the freaking Xbox. That's ridiculous. But you know, the problem is though, why aren't you consistent about it? Why are you okay when they hype up something that you like? They gave DK Bonanza a 10 out of 10. Why were you completely okay with that when clearly it wasn't a 10 out of 10? But you were okay with that, but now you're not okay with it, and it has nothing to do with normalizing $1,000 PC. You have a problem with it because you're tired that your piece of plastic was rated lower. That's all this is.
I guess only one of those companies didn't provide systems for early review. Or so I want to discuss some of the things that I'm seeing, some inconsistencies. Now, once again, it's just me taking a look. That doesn't mean
I mean, I've addressed so many inconsistencies with you on Twitter. That's why you banned me. I am Desire. PS Portal is not an 8, is a 6 out of 10. Before the update, that now it's a 7 out of 10. It can play games. Oh, it can play games natively now? I didn't know. I never looked at a PS Portal as the same as a Switch 2. I always looked at them differently. I just looked at a PS Portal no different than like a tablet. It was, to me, it was just an accessory. Reason you still have to own a PS5, thus the device is $700. Oh, that's ridiculous. Yeah.
Everybody at IGN is corrupt and terrible and the worst thing in the world. Does not mean that. So let's get into the shoutouts and then we'll talk about some of the other stuff. All right, guys. There's other, I saw somebody pointed that out on Twitter, and I saw, John Lindman from Digital Foundry come out and say, oh, well, from what I've seen, a lot of people are kind of talking about that price point. So I do think it's a bit varied, or it's a bit mixed. But at the same time, I mean, I do think that when it comes to like IGN and certain media and certain people too, not all of a sudden $1,000 systems are.
I mean, did you not know this? IGN was very known to be paid off. Go look at their 10 out of 10 review of DK Bonanza. Go look at their 9 out of 10 for Dragon Age the Veilguard. They are very well known for being paid off. That has been speculated for years. How are you just figuring this out, Player Essence? If you did not have to own a PS5, it would be a 10 out of 10. Since it's $200 and plays games pretty good. Oh, that's good.
Okay, now all of a sudden it's well worth it. And this goes back to what I said previously. This goes back to, if it's PC, then it's okay. It's worth it. It's no problem.
I mean, not really. Okay, the reason why IGN gave it that high of a score, most likely they were paid. Nowhere near is that thing a 9 out of 10. Just like nowhere near was DK Bonanza a 10 out of 10. But you don't want to mention about the inconsistencies with that one.
Oh, well, free online, blah, blah, blah. Even though Switch Online is $20 a year. So you're literally, I mean, it's like you're paying like $1 something a month if you just get the $20 here. So like the online, paying for online isn't like a really, at least on Nintendo, it's not that big of a deal. Obviously,
I mean, it doesn't matter. You still have to pay for it regardless.
It's a bigger deal on Xbox and PlayStation because it's $80 a year. So that's significantly higher than $20.
I mean, it doesn't matter, but also the online, I don't know about Xbox, but on PlayStation is way better than the online on Nintendo. Now, I'm not trying to console war here. That's just a fact of the matter, but $20 is still $20. Oh, exactly, Geezer Noob. That they did give it a 9 out of 10.
I mean, that's 4 times the amount. But anyway, the point is that there's definitely some discrepancies that I'm seeing, which we will get into. We will talk about some of those when it comes to what some people have said. Given the,
I love how you never want to talk about your discrepancies, or how about how much you're inconsistent about things. We're still waiting on that video about Nintendo laying people off. We're still waiting for that video about you apologizing for giving false hope to the community. We have yet to get those videos.
Systems coverage time. Hey, OJ. Hey, what's up, man? Welcome. Pokemon, they delivered delayed until tomorrow. Oh, man. Sorry to hear about that. Brand Smith. Tom Warren didn't feel meh about the Xbox ROG Ally like he did with the Switch 2. I thought from what I understand, Tom Warren did write up an actual critique of the Xbox ROG Ally 2. I know he first didn't feel that way about it, but I think,
well, probably because he got so much pushback, he was forced to do it. But we just went over that damn video, and that man was glazing over that damn thing if it's the same damn person. Good morning there, Dragon Knight Dragonborn. Thank you so much for being a member, man.
I think in his review, I thought I saw something where he was like, this is not an Xbox. You know, I thought he did offer up some good critique. Now, I'm not here to say that the Xbox ROG Ally 2 isn't like a good piece of tech. Like, it's definitely a good piece.
At the price, it's not a good piece of tech. I ain't afraid to say it. I don't care if it runs good or not. No handheld should be worth $1,000.
Tech. What I'm here to talk about is, like I said, the normalization of $1,000 systems. And because it's PC, it's okay. Like, once again, PC master race nonsense, which,
I mean, I would be all for it. I would actually be on your side if you weren't a hypocrite, if you didn't have all these double standards, because you're perfectly fine looking the other way when IGN tries to normalize fake reviews for DK Bonanza. But look at that. You didn't sit here and say nothing about that. You were perfectly fine with IGN giving that game a 10 out of 10 when clearly it wasn't a 10 out of 10. And that's not even being subjective. That's being objective. Objectively, that game cannot be a 10 out of 10.
You know, to me, it's silly because if you're looking at it, because people talk about, oh, well, you have a library of games. Okay, well, Switch 2 has a library of games as well. Like, you can play all your Switch 1 games, which are a lot of.
I mean, technically, you can play all the Switch 1 games too, if we're being technical here.
Games, and it doesn't have the games that you can buy, but it does have emulation dating back, you know, a number of, you know, pretty much every system, every mainline system. So if you're willing to do the NSO for it. So yeah, the problem that I have is like this belief, this like, it's like I said, this like manifest destiny that since it's PC, it's okay because PC gamers.
Now, I get it. Why, you know, Player Essence, you're not going to fool anybody. We all know why you have a problem with this. You have such a like bone to pick with PC because you wasted all that money in your mind. You bought 3 different gaming setups, you know, for a PC system, and you couldn't make no money on them. So now you realize that your toxic positivity towards Nintendo isn't working. You have to shift the attention somewhere. You're going after PC now because you want to do our type of content. And my guy, you're not going to be able to handle this type of content. You have to understand, Player Essence, you can't even handle the criticism when it comes to your piece of plastic. How are you going to be able to handle the criticism going to come your way for doing this type of content now? I have a feeling he's going to change course really fast. You are not strong-willed to be able to handle the negativity going to come your way. Am I right, Desire? Don't we get so much negativity for doing the type of content we do? But when it comes down to it, we bring it upon ourselves. You can't sit here and make our type of content and not expect pushback.
They've normalized spending $2,000, $3,000 on PCs and rigs and graphics cards, so it's okay. Now, once again, obviously these PC handheld thingies don't sell anywhere near as good as consoles or all that.
That's why you don't see as much of an uproar. Those handheld PCs, they don't really have a major influence in the gaming market, not like Nintendo does. So that's the huge difference there.
But I'm talking about some of the media coverage. And like I said,
oh, yeah. See, first it was, why weren't us? Because he was like, oh, well, where were all the drop the price videos? All you guys were making drop the price when it came to the Nintendo videos. Then he moved the goalpost and went, well, where are the big YouTubers doing it? Then he moved the goalpost. And you know what? If IGN retracts it again, he's just going to move the goalpost yet again, like he always does.
If you look at the IGN's review of the Switch 2, they say the steep price. They say the hefty $450 to $500 is a hefty price to pay, and they did make an exit. They did make a little block talk with that.
I mean, it kind of was, especially when you look at what Japan was getting theirs for. It was a very steep price to pay.
Elephant in the room with the price, but in the roundup, like when they give the score, they didn't talk about the price in that.
Some retro guy. I don't know if you want to use the Vita as proof, man. They abandoned that hardware way too damn fast. I wouldn't say that you want to use that one. A PSP maybe, but a PS Vita, nah, I don't know if you want to use that one as an example.
With the Switch 2 in the roundup, like where the thing that everybody sees, like where they have the big score next to it, plus a little segment, like a little paragraph, they mentioned the steep price. They also wrote an article, I think right before.
Well, when you compare it to the Nintendo Switch 2 in Japan, it is a steep price.
Before the Switch 2 came out, bashing it for its price over and over, comparing it to portable PCs, and then never mentioning portable PCs price in there. So, like I said, like
I mean, I just watched IGN's review. Maybe we watched two different reviews, but they sat here and included the $1,000 price point. But see, the thing is, you are perfectly fine with normalizing Nintendo ripping us off versus Japan. You are perfectly okay with them normalizing using us to fund their gaming system over there. I mean, why are you okay with that, but then you're not okay with this?
There's starting to be a pattern. Like, you don't not mention portable PC's price and that not being a problem. It was some writer. She was like, oh, Switch 2 has to deal with portable PCs. And she complained multiple times about the price of the Switch 2.
Okay, it is somewhat different because the one that we just watched was a guy, not a woman.
This is an IGN article that they approved.
Exactly. They're not paying our price. They get it for almost $130 cheaper.
Okay? Multiple times. She said $450 steep. It's a steep price. Oh, man. Compared to her ROG Ally. And $80 games, which isn't even true. I mean, there's one game that's 80 and in the
well, that's a lie. There's 4 games that are 80. Okay, why are you being so disingenuous? There are 3 Switch 2 editions of games that are $80. And probably Mario Wonder is going to be an $80 one for the Switch 2 also.
It's in the bundle for 50, and she never mentioned that. All the other games are not that. They're normal.
Because the bundle is completely irrelevant. The bundle's going to go away.
Price, so there's discounts. So there was also that. But
well, you can get discounts on the ROG Ally, technically. It's going to get discounted eventually. You can buy it used. That's the same mindset.
Whatever. So you have that segment where they say it's too expensive. The review that comes up, it's too expensive. It's a steep price. But ROG Ally, oh, it's well worth the price. Yes, but it's well worth it. Oh, we're not going to mention the...
Well, we already acknowledged that they were most likely paid for that review. Just like they were paid to do the review with DK Bonanza.
Portable PC's prices in that article that they wrote right beforehand with that one lady. So that's the issue that I have. Like I said, that's a little bit, that's not a coincidence that they justified the price. They didn't mention the portable PC price.
Well, that's the same thing with you guys when you guys keep justifying, even though you're like, oh, well, I don't like $80 games, but then you guys justify the shit. Oh, I don't like $70 bundles for retro games, but you guys justify the price. It's the same thing with you guys.
Prices in the write-up that they did, basically saying, who cares about, so I don't need a Switch 2, they gotta contend with this. So that's the problem. And like I said, they never mentioned the portable PC's prices in that original article. Now, in the review for ROG Ally, they did mention the price, the elephant in the room. But once again, in the actual excerpt for like what everybody sees, the 9 out of 10, they did not mention price. In the Switch 2s, they gave it a 7, which is stupid.
No, that was actually a very fair price. And everything that we're seeing afterwards, honestly, I think that was a little too generous.
It's not a 7.
It clearly is a 7. See, this is the whole problem. It has nothing to do with you believing that they're normalizing these handhelds. Your problem is that a PS Portal got a higher score than what a Switch 2 did. And your problem is that those PC handhelds got a higher score than the Switch 2 did. If the Switch 2 would have gotten a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10, I don't even think you'd be making these videos. The only reason why you're sitting here saying this stuff is because you're all butthurt about your favorite piece of plastic.
I don't know why it's not a 7. They gave the PS Portal an 8, but...
Well, again, I don't really look at a PS Portal as the same as a Switch 2. To me, a PS Portal is just an accessory to the PS5. Technically, now you can use it on your own. It pretty much tries to act like an Xbox Anywhere type thing now. But you can't really compare a PS Portal to a Switch 2.
7, and then the price was a problem. Steep price. Like I said, Portal 8, it's a streaming device. It barely, at the time that they reviewed it, it didn't even work without a PlayStation 5. The Portal only works if you have a active sub to the PSN, to where you can stream games to it. I think you can stream games straight off their server. Not at this point, but before you couldn't. But even then, you still need the $80 plus PS Plus active sub. So at bare minimum.
Okay. To play a lot of the games fully, you still have to get if you want to play Pokemon Legends ZA and get the best megas in the game, you got to have an online subscription also.
If, like, let's just say you don't even have a PS5, right? Which is silly, but you still got to pay the $80 or whatever to even access the games on there. So the cost just keeps on paying, keeps on racking up. And then it's $200. Now, how most people use it would be to stream their PS5. So it's a $500 system, or if you got it for $400.
Well, if you want to sit here and look at the Switch 2, let's say you just got the system itself, it's $450, and then soon they're going to sit here and raise all the games to $80, so you're going to spend even more money just on the games alone, technically.
Whatever, or a PS5 Pro for $7, whatever. If you add it up, it's definitely minimum, right? $600, 600 to $700 for that full experience in terms of streaming to get the portable experience and all that. They justify that. It's okay. 8 out of 10. But the system that gets you the TV experience, the docked experience, the full backwards compatibility, the cheapest online for consoles.
Yeah, but say you better rephrase that because it ain't the cheapest. PC is free, but he rephrased it.
That's the steep price. Oh, steep price is too much. Like I said, I'm seeing some inconsistency.
Yeah, they're also going off of how much the Switch 1 was. And it's not being inconsistent. I agree that they were probably paid for, but now that you brought the PS Portal into it, see, I love it when you made your video on this because, we don't have enough time to get into it, but he did another video where he actually talked about the long form video of it. He never mentions the PS Portal, probably because he got blasted after this saying it wasn't a smart move. My guy, you can't compare a Switch 2 to a PS Portal. Now, is the PS Portal perfect? No. Would I recommend it? No, I would not. But it's still not the same comparison as the damn freaking Switch 2. Okay, to me, a PS Portal is no different than a controller. It's an accessory. It's not an actual console. It's not the Switch 2. And that's where the problem lies. You're trying to sit here and act like that the PS Portal and the Switch 2 are the same, that they're the same to be compared to when they're not.
And it's not just opinion, it's factual stuff. Yes, it's factually cheaper for the online play. Yes, it's factually cheaper than the other systems.
Yes, but it's also factually the games are overpriced. That is factual also.
It's these are some of the, it factually comes with the dock when these other systems don't come with the dock. So you gotta,
you can also sit here and include the Steam Deck, even though they stopped the sale on it and it costs roughly $80 more than it would be to sit here and get a Switch 2. You're still saving money on all those games.
Pay extra for an Xbox ROG Ally dock. You want to get that, you got to pay extra for, or you got to get the cables or plug it in, whatever the case is. But if you wanted an official dock, you got to pay extra for that. So that's the issue that I'm having. I'm seeing way too many inconsistencies when it comes down to some of these things. IGN in particular.
That's okay. We see so many inconsistencies when it comes to Nintendo with you.
But I've seen it from other people, and I've also seen it from gamers that are justifying it. But once again, you don't know who these people are. Some of these.
I actually do agree with them. There are a lot of people justifying it. There was this one YouTuber that I used to watch all the time, and he actually justified it also, but he was sent a free one to review. So we all know why he sat here and justified that damn price.
These guys probably don't even play video games. They just think PC best, greatest thing ever. So.
Do you have any proof? All this is just you deflecting because you can't handle the criticism towards your favorite piece of plastic.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Mr. Davis? Welcome to the stream.
Oh, there's Davis. There's Davis.
Let's see here. I'm very well aware that they're different products, Mojave Knight. I'm actually one.
I don't think you really are because you keep sitting here trying to compare them when they're not comparable, man.
1000% aware of that. But IGN is the one that compared portable PCs to the Switch 2. But
yeah, but they didn't compare the PS Portal to the Switch 2. You are.
I'm aware, but they're the ones who did that first. So if they're going to be doing that,
they didn't compare the PS Portal. So completely different.
I'm going to be holding them to that standard. You see what I'm saying? It's not, they're different products.
Okay, well, you sat here and talked about the layoffs with Microsoft. Why didn't you sit here and talk about the layoffs with Nintendo? Let's hold you to the same standard.
When it comes to price, they're the same product when it comes to competition and people have the option. See, you can't have your cake and eat it too. You either compare it and say that it's comparable and they have to worry for it as a competitor like IGN did, or you don't. There's not
I actually do agree with you on that, but why did you include the PS Portal into the situation?
Sometimes I'll compare it and sometimes I won't. So once they already make that comparison and they start pitting it against each other and all of that, then you got to start holding them to that. You got to start saying, okay, well, this is their opinion on that. For the most part, this is what they think. They bring it up all the time when they talk about, Switch or portable. They bring it up all the time. So it's one of those things to where it's fair game, in my opinion.
Well, it's a good thing that you do not get paid to think. Well, guys, that is going to be it. We ran out of time. I have a very important appointment to do, so I will not be able to continue on. But I hope you guys all have a great day. Thank you for showing up. I think this was a good live stream. Sorry I wasn't as much into it this time. I'm really tired also. It's been a long night, but I hope you guys all have an amazing day.
fight, breaking down the walls in the dead of night. I don't come for peace, I come for the storm. Fanboys melt quick when the truth gets warm. Solve content's high, I'm collecting those tears. Just got started, but I'm cutting through fears. I'm not here for brand deals, I'm not for sale. I expose your lies, rip off the veil. You can cry in the comments, but you won't survive. Like and subscribe if you feel that vibe. We're hot and salty tears, tearing down the walls. Fanboys falling fast, hear the vigilantes calls. No fake reviews, no corporate lies, just truth and fire burning in our eyes. Promise lost in Nintendo's dream, delusional faith blinded by the gleam. Defends every flaw like it's a sacred cause, but his blind devotion's just breaking laws. Player SS brings no honor or pride, throws family shade when he's running to hide. No integrity, just bitterness and spite, but the vigilante's here to set it right. We're hot and salty tears, tearing down the walls. Fanboys falling fast, hear the vigilante's calls. No fake reviews, no corporate lies, just truth and fire burning in our eyes. Cast guys, fake words can't hold the line. Sony fanboys smoke, but his reviews don't shine. Switch for shields, the corporate game, selling hype and spin while we call out the shame. Dark trays and Nintendo fanboys stuck on repeat, says the same old lines like a broken beat. Recycling words, no fresh insight, but we break through the noise and bring the fight. We're hot and salty tears, tearing down the walls. Fanboys falling fast, hear the vigilantes calls. No fake reviews, no corporate lies, just truth and fire burning in our eyes. If you're tired of fake, if you're done with the spin, join the fight, let the real talk begin. We're here for the truth, no need to hide, so make sure to like and subscribe.